Where am I going now? Just falling over dreams. Now I'm just so far gone, this isn't what it seems. Taking me so damn long, it's fading from belief. I need to slow this down, it's burning from beneath. Come break this line, this moment's in my own sights. Holding on for what it's worth, my life. I don't know inside, I'll make it up the void. Find my way to giants in the sky. Tonight it comes to life.
Hello and welcome everyone watching. We are here with the EGL Dota 2 Season 3 upper bracket semifinals between Benchwarmers and ZIZ. I'm RustyPieLover coming out of retirement for a lovely cast, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by a fabulous individual. Some call him a hero, some call him not a hero. We call him not a hero.
How's it, guys? EGL 1 season 3. Definitely some hot matching coming up tonight. Benchwarmers for the ZIZ. Upper bracket games. Let's go. I'm excited, Rusty. I don't know about you.
I'm really good. I am excited. I'm ready for some good old fashioned Dota. And what do you think is going to go on with this draft? Because we've seen quite a few awesome games, and now we've got two of the beefy teams, so to speak. And what are you expecting out of this game, good sir?
So, like, Benchwarmers, former Energy Esports squad, 100%. They probably like one of the favorites to win this entire tournament. It's they've gone to such a wonky phase. Like I had them as my top pick for EGL season 1, and they like made it all the way to the final and got beaten by Sin 5. Season 2, they made it all the way to the final, got beaten by Sin 5. And this team is exceptionally skilled, exceptionally talented. Like, they've got a monster of a carry player in the form of Gapey. Like, they experimented a bit earlier in the year where Adastam went to offlane and Soup went mid for them. And they kind of like saw, okay, well, this isn't working for us. Soup went to the offlane and Adastam went back to mid. And the moment they did that, the squad just suddenly clicked again. They started to find their groove. I also think it's a meta that fits them. They exceptionally skilled players, and their map movement is really good. They also know how to hold a game. Like, I watched a game recently where it was them versus Sin 5, and like they split pushed the map to a degree where it let them back into the game when it looked like it was lost, and they ended up turning the game and winning the whole series. Benchwarmers know how to play Dota. There's champions on this team, guys that have won titles in our country. They've made it to multiple finals, and the big talking point here for me, Rusty, is the lad Toxic that came into the squad. He's the new guy on the squad. He's been in and out of like some of the up and coming teams, and obviously the side of Benchwarmers saw him, and like we think this lad has potential, and they brought him in, and he's become like such a big cog of their team. Like he sets the tempo. He's playing pos 4 for them. Like, he's become the secondary offlaner, and a lot of the early game aggression and tempo comes off Toxic, and he's looking really solid. So tonight, we all know if you give Adastam a free game, he's going to run away with it. But I think from the laning phase perspective, the game is very much on the shoulders of Toxic. But they're not coming up against a squad that's wet behind the ears. We need to briefly just talk about ZIZ. The team that's had more name changes than teams that I've been in total. Originally Team Pingu, they changed their name to something else last season again, but we kept calling them Team Pingu. and now it's ZIZ or ZIZ, and we still call them Team Pingu. So if you refer to them as Team Pingu throughout any stage of the night, you'll be forgiven.
Well, from a draft perspective, what is it that you're looking for from both of these teams? Where are we seeing the strengths? Where are we seeing the weaknesses? And do you think that they are they might just be a hero in the pocket for either of these teams?
I definitely think for ZIZ, a hero like Beastmaster is how they would be in contention like in this series, but I don't think it's going to come through. I don't think Benchwarmers is going to give it to them. The thing is ZIZ, they definitely the underdogs here, but they are a team that can play Dota. They got a bit of a roster shuffle. Jarek came into their squad, and he's playing carry for them, and he's been looking solid, and he's playing these heroes that are in your face, these Ursas and all these types of things. And if they get a cheeky Beastmaster for Spooked, and suddenly there's hawks around the map, like giving them vision, allowing this Ursa to pick and choose his targets and move in and out of these fights, they're definitely going to stand a chance. But the meta is very much super heavy on Tiny, Puck, Dawnbreaker, and then sustain in the lanes. Like Marcy is pretty good at the moment. And like healing supports, we've seen quite a bit of Enchantress. Dazzle has made an appearance again. And the support probably of the tournament for EGL so far is Winter Wyvern. Mainly because what he provides in the laning phase from a heal, because souls were nerfed into the ground. We've spoken about it so many times. You can't just share solves anymore. So supports that provide sustain, just they super valuable. And Winter Wyvern falls in that bracket now that he's not this useless hero in the laning phase anymore, because as a POS 5 Winter or even a POS 4 Winter Wyvern, if you just use Splinter Blast to harass the whole time, you would be pushing out the lane and the enemy team just gets free farm under their tower. Now they can kind of change up their skill build. They harass with their Q, but they've also got the heal to sustain their carry in the lane or their offlaner in the lane. And now you've got this POS 5 that secures the laning phase for you, but it also has this massive team fight ultimate, which can either instantly kill someone, or it's a setup for other spells or other stuns. Like we saw Winter Wyvern plus Dawnbreaker, like a target gets locked down, Dawnbreaker globally jumps on its head. And yeah, it's just, the heroes are so good. But for me, it's been Tiny, Puck, Dawnbreaker. You can't let these heroes through. But Benchwarmers love their Marcy. Like, they love it. Like, if you leave Marcy in the pool, it will be picked, and Toxic will be running around the map the whole time. When Toxic is on these hyper mobile heroes like Marcy or Clockwork or anything like that, then Benchwarmers look really good. So yeah, like this is just it's going to be a crack over game, and that's also why I mentioned the Beastmaster earlier. Like if Toxic is making these rotations, but there's hawks are on the map, and you can scout them out, and you can kind of stop those ganks from happening, then I do think ZIZ has a foot in the door.
It does seem like I think Unique's power doesn't hasn't come back on yet, so we're just waiting for the sub for the team to come on. But
Thanks, ESCOM.
load shedding, you gotta love it. I say love it when I'm kind of on a timer myself, but you talk about the Marcy and the Beastmaster. I've seen quite a few pudges in the scene come up as well.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on the hero? Because I've seen Pudge be strong, and I've also seen Pudge just not get where he needs to be. And who would you place that hero in their capable hands to really bring out
Pudge is
the beast
busted,
that is
man.
Pudge?
Pudge is busted. Like people are really starting to learn why he's strong, and your old school Pudge players are probably the ones struggling the most, because he's a different beast now, and it's mainly because they made the flesh heap stacks activatable, and the Chinese teams see Pudge as the ultimate Puck counter. Like they like nothing to say for LGD keeps picking it mid against Puck, and every time Puck would use spells, he would just activate flesh heap and take 0 damage from all of Puck's spells, because it's for duration that it blocks the damage, and Puck wants to like instantly nuke you, and he activates flesh heap, doesn't take any damage. And Rot is really annoying for Puck to play against. Like he doesn't want to be slowed down. He doesn't want to be bitten by this Pudge. And we saw nothing to say at the major. Just straight phase boots, blink dagger, and he was an absolute beast. So the hero is very snowball heavy. I feel if you don't get those early kills, he does fall off a bit, and that's kind of where his weakness is. But if he gets rolling, then you're in for some trouble, because the carry pudge is a thing now. But we saw Ame for LGD as well, Chinese team like LGD. They flex it between mid and the safe lane. And even on the safe lane, he wants to farm that Aghanims and have a good timing on it. But he always made sure in the little early game skirmishes that he was in range to participate and get a flesh heap stack. So it's very position orientated. It's not that hard carry farming style. Like, you want some flesh heap stacks in that mid game when you have your items. And I like it. It promotes fighting, it promotes excitement. And who doesn't like to see a good pudge hook?
Who doesn't love to see those pudge hooks go like right in between the creeps? It's always, whether you're on the enemy side or whether you're on your teammate side, you always got to applaud that pudge. It just knows how to hook. Unfortunately,
or where the hitbox just suddenly expands 10 sizes and it hits you like when it should have missed. But anyway, like, let's
exactly.
Not talk about
It's
that.
like you see the hook and you're like, I know I'm supposed to dodge out of it, and then I dodge right into it, and I'm going, but I know I'm supposed to not go into that. So, it's just one of those things where if you got a good pudge player, then it's going to be great for you. If you got a good pudge player on the enemy side, you're going to have a tough time. And we speak about pudge, and I've watched all these games with these heroes. And there's one in particular that I know that we talked about a little bit off camera that you were not a massive fan of. What about the Faceless Void before we get into this game? Because it looks like our players are heading up into the lobby. So I just want to get your thoughts on Void.
Don't pick it, guys. Like, it's terrible, please. That's all I'm going to say. No, so the conversation was mainly that if your team is skilled enough and you have the heroes to stall the game, Void is a massive asset to have. But Dota is too fast, and like, your higher skill teams is just going to exploit that you have a Faceless Void, and your Void's never going to be ready. We saw some games in the EGL earlier season, Faceless Void like just got melted every single fight. Like, he never felt that he could contribute. I think he ended 1-11 in that game, and he was hitting 2 3-man chronos, but the downtime is too long. In the 2 minutes that he doesn't have chrono, your team is just being run over, and all your Void wants to do is hit creeps. Like, your carries now always have like kind of got something to contribute.
Just to cut you off there, sir, the lobby has gone, and we are getting into the draft. So I'm super excited for this. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
Well, first of all, like, welcome back, man. Like, 9 years I hate this, and now you casting EGL.
Oh, man.
Upper bracket. Let's go.
when I got the message, I was like, okay, sorry. You see, I'm already goofing, but because we've got the madness of load shedding, and we had no one else, I was like, you know what, time to step up and do the thing. And now we're just here doing this, and now we're getting into the draft. Already we got some time being killed there, and like you said, there's the Marcy banned out by ZIZ. So we've already got that non-mobile hero just disappearing out of that. Beastmaster as well. All of these picks that you mentioned being got out, and Dawnbreaker getting everything.
And let's go Paco Tiny. Oh, Viper. Okay. No, the Viper is a reaction ban because it is a spooked hero, and also I think Bristleback is a completely busted carry at the moment. And if you take out Viper, the only other real break is Hoodwink, and she's not really a pick at the moment. So, okay, maybe setting up for a Bristle or even like a Timber pick. You never know. Or just they don't want to play against it. Like, who wants to lane against the Viper?
That's true. I mean, Viper is not a fun hero to lane against. And especially if you look at the break, Viper actually is one of the better heroes in the game that naturally has a break to it. So you effectively take away a lot of Pudge's strength initially. There's the Tiny. You called the Tiny. There's the Tiny for ZIZ.
I like
very
this
strong
opening,
hero at the moment.
and very flexible. Like, it can be played in multiple roles. Like, it can go 5 if it really needs to. Like, mid Tiny is probably bonkers at the moment. But if they counterpick this with a hero, then you kind of just put it into a pos 4 role. But and it also stops Benchwarmers from picking Puck, because the Tiny Puck matchup is a really hard one for Puck. Like, Tiny just wins that lane. But there's the other two. Dazzle, we spoke about healing supports, and Razor. Big flex, can go pos 1, pos 2, and pos 3. It's been mainly a pos 3 at the moment, but in the SA scene, we've seen a lot of mid raises. I don't think they'll do that this game. Like Adastam on Razor, I've seen him do it, but that's not what we want, man. We want Adastam on these like flashy heroes, like Pucks and Embers and Void Spirits, and we want to see the man create chaos, not just link someone and run at their face.
Well, I mean, we've got the Razor, pretty speedy hero to basically negate some of that damage that Tiny can output with the right clicks. If you want to go with the pos 1 Tiny build, and then Dazzle, as you said, one of the better healers in the game, and is actually just amazing to see that happen. And I absolutely love it. I do. I think it's a good pick. And then now we've got the Batrider for that counter initiation. There's your Puck ban, Abaddon, and Morphling. So the ban's coming out 3, 2, 1 real quick here.
So that is 100% a mid bat. Like, it's been a ZIZ staple. We saw a little bit of it at the major, but the bats felt kind of underwhelming. But ZIZ like this hero, especially with the emphasis on securing the power runes that spawn at 6 minutes. Like, they ensure that they mid gets one of those runes. If he rotates to a side lane, if it's a haste or a DD or whatever, invis, and he tries to make those kills. But that does show, they've kind of shown out that this is not a mid Tiny. I guess you can flex the bat and move him to off lane if you really want to. But they banned the Puck, which tells me that it's not going to be a mid Tiny, and they want the Batrider to be laning there and have a good time. So Viper's been taken out, Puck has been taken out. Like, this Batrider, Benchwarmers now need to think what they're going to lane into against this, because nothing really beats Bat apart from like specific orientated heroes. No, Odie is one. I've even seen people do some like mid Juggernaut against it, but it's very niche, and I don't think Benchwarmers will do that. This is to advance in the upper bracket in the tournament. You're not going to be theory crafting like something against the other. And Adastam is a very experienced player. Like, he's going to know what he wants to play against this Batrider.
And then we look at the bands, and Sniper, Nature's Prophet, and Slark band out, and the Earth Shaker, the Echo Slammer Jammer being picked up here by Benchwarmers. Where do you see this Earth Shaker sitting? Are we looking at position 4 Earth Shaker, or are we looking at more position 3, position 2?
This hero was completely dead until Seb started playing at the major. Like the argument was that it's too slow. The other pos 4s don't need anything. Like, Clockwork can run around the map, cause chaos. Marcy has got this built-in initiation ability. Earthshaker needs a blink. And the thing is, but Shaker Razor lane is actually strong. Like, Razor kind of compensates for Earthshaker's weaknesses. Like, all Shaker needs to do is get a good block. Razor will link a target, and it's going to be a lot of damage or even a kill. So, and then suddenly people started realizing, like, Shaker is more than just this blink dagger. Like, we saw just straight up Seb as a pos 5 Earthshaker buying boots into Shard, no blink, and then later in the tournament he would buy blink daggers. And the Echoes are doing massive work. It's a big team fight spell. It's definitely a pos 4 Shaker. I don't see them moving this to 3, but this is a Razor plus Shaker offlane duo. Razor pos 3, Shaker pos 4. It just secures the Razor's lane.
Ooh.
CM is a good hero against Shaker though. Like, he doesn't like playing against her, because you want to go boots first on Earthshaker as a pos 4. So you can kind of do like lane shenanigans where you can kind of pull the creep wave into your Razor for levels. And all CM's abilities kind of like lock him down or slow him. And he's just going to take a beating. So trading fissures into a double nuke from CM it's not going to be fun.
No, and it's a pretty interesting pick, but to pick that into the Razor, I don't know. I'm a little bit rusty.
That's a good point. Like, oh, you're a little bit rusty, no pun intended. That's a good point, because if Shaker gets a good like fissure onto the CM, Razor will gobble her up like completely. So
it's a good pick, right? It's got that zoning capability to make the lane quite a bit difficult, and I don't know if CM's gonna be backing up the Tiny. It does look like it, because you got that nice little double stun.
That's a pos 4 Tiny, 100%.
Ooh, with a Timber Sword though.
Yes, because it opens up the map for the Tiny to rotate. Timber can solo the lane, so he'll stay with him in the lane until like level 3, 4, and then Tiny is free to go.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
a
a good
very aggressive lineup with the Bloodseeker. They want to go in. They want to get the kills. I do like Bloodseeker. It's also a great counter to the Crystal Maiden. You drop the Blood Right, drop that beautiful little silence AOE. It's a very strong hero as well with a nice little Quap ban out as well, just to make sure that they don't have any more chase.
This Bloodseeker pick is really good against Timbersaw and against Batrider, because I do still think Timber's going to have a pretty free lane. Like, he'll just skill chains level 1. Dazzle will never be able to keep the poison touch on him. He's going to need to apply damage to this Bloodseeker, but when Timber hits 6, the Bloodseeker kind of needs to abandon the lane, unless they rotate bodies there. But in the general scape of the game, if you fast on the fingers and Batrider like lassos a target, you just rupture him. If Timbersaw comes into the fight, you just rupture him. It stops a lot of the mobility, and they've got Shaker on top of it. I like it. It's a good pick, and the hero is strong. Like the shard change is really good against heroes like Timbersaw. It takes like percentage max HP away, and it heals Bloodseeker for a bit of it as well. So, pretty good Bloodseeker pick. I like it. And then they ban out the Faceless Void. You spoke about the Quap, and then there's a Coddle. Mid Coddle, the Nuisance being taken out. Benchwarmers, they need to ban a carry here. They already took out the Sniper, the Void. They send this to this Razor lane. Like, they can take it like Terrorblade. Because ZIZ really need like tower push. They don't have anything that can hit towers. Like, at all. Like, this tiny is a pos 4. It's not going to be... There's the TB, Terrorblade band.
No,
Okay,
he's
cool.
banned out. So what's left in the pool then as a proper position 1 that you could put in there? I'm
With
interested in
CM,
that
it's
lineup.
weird. Like,
With that kind of lineup, are you looking at something like Legion Commander is bad in that lineup?
they like Ursa, ZIZ, but they really like Ursa. So, but Ursa into the Razor lane seems tough. Like, in the general scape of the game, it's still a Ursa, it's still a bear, it's gonna beat the crap out of you.
Well, let's
But
see.
I don't know. They need something that can push, man.
Let's see. Rubik! A pos 1!
No, they swapped it up. This is going to be a tiny pos 1 because they need something that can hit buildings, and the Terrorblade was taken out. So this is going to be a tiny pos 1 now.
Rubik is a decent pick. I mean, it's a
unique
good all-round
specialty.
pick against that lineup, and there's quite a bit for him to use. Rupture, Echo Slam, even dazzles like Shallow Grave and heals, and Rubik is actually a very, very strong pick here into that lineup. So what do you see Benchwarmers having to pick in?
Oh, they can do Monkey King. It wasn't banned. Like Monkey or Ursa, 100%. Like Monkey King gives. Oh, they've got the Bloodseeker. They need a mid for Adastam. Sorry. Against this Batrider though, probably Ember. Or they can do something like OD, but it's not very popular in our scene. It feels a bit slow. Sure. What is Adastam gonna do? Yeah, into Batrider. My brain is running a blank. Like, I don't like. You can probably do Ember Spirit with the Blightstone and harass him with Slaughter first, but it's gonna be a weird one. And they need a mobile hero for Adastam as well. The other heroes aren't really mobile. They need something that can like cause disruptions on the map.
See,
Void Spirits. Okay, so they opted for the Void over the Ember, mainly because that is that mobility. I just thought Ember because I think Yufei is better in the lane against the Batrider, but definitely the mobility that we spoke about, like it's the one that causes the chaos. So
and it's got quite a bit of magical burst. It's a really strong hero.
yeah, I don't want to be CM in this game. That's all I'm gonna say.
You don't see it, but maybe we. That's just the thing. Man, the Void Spirit. Oof.
It's a hard laning against the bat. Like Tatsu should have a pretty free time. Like he pre-6, this Batrider can kill him. Like it's not an easy matchup for this Void Spirit. So, but it is Adastam. Like I've known this man for many a years. I've played against him for many a years. I've lost to him for many a years. He knows what he's doing, and he's probably gonna he has to have played this matchup recently, and he should know how to do it. The only problem with Void Spirit is like in the matchup like this, you you can just kind of max your 2 nukes so you can farm small camp, because that's the hero's problem. It doesn't form the small camp that fast. And mid laners these days want to be able to get additional income from the small camp right next to them. And for Void Spirit to do that, you have to max the Simulate and the Pulse. And the cooldowns on those spells, to use them just willy-nilly, like max level it's 11 seconds, and the other one is like, I think it's 18 seconds flat, 20 seconds flat.
Well, let's introduce our team. So on the side of ZIZ, we've got Tatsu on the Bat Rider, we've got Leviathan on the Rubik, we've got Guy Next Door on the Crystal Maiden, we've got Jarek on the Tiny, and we've got Spooked on the Timbersaw. And it looks like both teams have smoked. So let's introduce Benchwarmers before the action starts here. Take it away, sir.
Oh, they saw him ward. They saw Adastam ward in the mid lane.
Oh.
As he placed it, they pinging it. As he placed it, there was 2 heroes just standing there watching him do it.
Oh,
he's gonna lose that ward immediately. Oh, there we go.
Why don't you take? Ooh. Okay. Well, I think introductions are gonna have to wait, because it looks like we might just have a little bit of a skirmish here. I don't know. Maybe? Question mark.
Next door was prepared for this. Like, he started with 2 cents on him. Like, he wants to secure this lane for Tatsu. Oh, and they also used the sentry but didn't get the ward. Oh, they haven't even placed their mid ward yet. Tatsu still has it on him.
Alright, well, on the side of Benchwarmers, we've got Deppy, or Deep, on the Bloodseeker. TKC. On the Dazzle, we got Soup. I love that name. On the Razor, we've got Toxic on the Earthshaker. And last but not least, Adastam on the Void Spirit. And looks like 2 runes, sorry, my apologies. 2 runes go to each team. And yeah, we're just gonna...
But 2 runes and a ward for the side of ZIZ, so they're winning.
That's true. So, laning phase, how do you see this playing out for both teams here?
This Timbersaw lane is pretty like free. Like I said, he doesn't feel that threatened until... And I even think when the Timber is level 6, that this Bloodseeker needs to watch out. Like, yeah, he is exposed to the Rapture, but this Timber should be fine. You can see he's holding the skill point as well. He hasn't even skilled yet, because he's trying to see what Dazzle is skilled. But he'll take the early level of the chains. He can just chain away from this Poison Touch. Until then, it's like level 1's not going to do much to him when he has max reactive armor. So I do think ZIZ is comfortable in this top lane. The only issue is Rubik is not really a hectic ganking hero. And at some stage he wants to leave this Timbersaw to get like solo XP and bully this lane by himself. So it'll go both ways. I think Leviathan's going to be lost a little bit in the laning phase after his Timber needs the levels. Mid is going to be better.
Adastam is in a bit of trouble there. He's got the stick popping. Tatsu's just going to harass him out there a little bit. It's going to be a difficult lane for the Void Spirit against the Bat Rider. That even with the stick charge, you can see Adastam is like pretty low, sitting on 3-1 versus a 7-2. So Tatsu should be having a pretty decent time. 6 stacks of that sticky napalm,
and now he can't go to the lane. Like, he cannot be... One right click there is going to take like half of that HP remaining away.
Oh.
So it's definitely Bat Rider phase.
Top lane, we've got Spook looking a little bit low there, going with the reactive armor, but he's got 6 stacks. I think he might die here. Is he going to die here? Does Bloodseeker have the passive? Oh, it's so close, 40 HP. And, oh, that was way too close. Spook having, being spooked by his health there, you know? Just a little bit spooked as Earthshaker bottom gets the courier. And, oh my goodness, that was Crystal Maiden's Windblaze and her wards. So, ow, and Adastam still not having a good time mid. So it looks like ZIZ, besides top lane, is basically all around having just a little bit of a decent time. Despite what's going on, top is still having sometimes...
This bot lane is the problem. Like, this Razor is going to definitely outscale this Tiny. And if you look at Benchwarmers aside, your Razor lane is kind of the only one that really needs to go well. Void Spirit just needs levels, and then you can do a setup.
It's so close. Like, Timbersaw wants to get like that level 2. Oh, first blood bot! Oh my goodness! You see, Rusty. Oh my. No, that was top. What am I talking about? I was trying.
And there's another kill.
Adastam dying in the mid. Oh my word! Yes. Thank goodness that everyone else is on point. I am not. I apologize for missing 2 kills, but it's okay. Bot. Oh, guy next door. Oh, that's so close. So Adastam dying right immediately after.
Dazzle just...
Dazzle dead again? But
No,
luckily
he died to
that
neutrals. He died to neutrals. He just wanted to come back to lane full HP and full mana. So he's pretty chilled. But yeah, like this Batrider lane, that's why I kind of like in the draft also said I think the Ember Spirit would have been a better choice because Adastam is poking him now because he is full HP.
Again.
But he needs to be so
close.
careful.
It's
He needs to be
nail-biting close.
so careful. But Adastam probably knows this Batrider's mana is not that much. Like he's only got 50 mana. He can keep spamming him with the stickies, but there's not enough mana for Firefly. So he's going to be playing aggressive. Top lane.
Looks like Spooked is getting a little bit spooked here as Bloodseeker is going. Rubik trying with the save there. There goes the Blood Right, and I think Spooked, if he gets hit, he dies. Dazzle takes the kill there, and that's a little bit ouch there for the Timber Sword.
Look at Adastam mid. They're fighting for the runes.
Oh,
Tatsu got it.
No.
Oh, but Shaker's here.
Is he gonna do it? No mana though.
He's gonna kill them. They need to watch out.
Tatsu, he might
Toxic is
turn here.
dead.
Doesn't have the health for it, but he might just turn. That's a lot of sticky napalm stacks. Adastam, things are on cooldown here. Oh, he's going for it, but I think he's gonna get caught here. Killed the Earthshaker and then dies himself as well. So mid for support, I call that worth for
I
Benchwarmers.
think Adastam is pretty happy there. Like they kind of baited him in with the stacks.
There's
Adastam waited
action
for
everywhere. Look at Soup's health. Oh my goodness.
He's fine. Look at his CS.
That's okay.
Yes, he's okay. Oh,
I mean, comparatively to
they
the
gave him
Tiny,
a horrible. They gave him a horrible solve and a tango, so he's back to his HP is topped up.
Nah, he should be okay, but Tiny is also not doing too bad. I mean, Soup, despite his health, he's definitely not doing too bad. I'm minding this bottom lane so hard here because the action, there's just stuns and damage everywhere. How is this even capable of being this way?
Adastam has kept up with the CS though. Like if you look at him in the Batrider CS, they tied though, and they've traded kills as well. So he's pretty okay here. Like Tatsu is bullying him pretty hard, but in the downtimes he's definitely farmed well.
I mean, if you look at it, they both hit 6 now. Now mid, we're going to see some action as Tatsu drags him and is going to get the kill with that flaming lasso. And that's just the problem with Batrider versus Adastam, as I trip over my words like Tiny trips people into the air. He's just going to get got on those sticky napalm stats with the whoa. Oh, is guy next door going to make it out? He should. Oh, the top back, Tony! Oh, where's the it was on cooldown. It was on cooldown. 2 seconds. Tiny Airlines.
Oh, that was such a mistake. Like, you know what? I like that though. Like, it's a play that, like, you're going for the big play. You're going for the kill.
Not over.
The aggression. So like, it didn't work out there, but that's the type of plays they need to go for. And I like it.
Here we go again. Tatsu doesn't have the... Oh, look at the damage. Is he going to get out, though? It's so risky. And the tower, gets it. Adastam gets that kill because of the Greenco Burrito.
Can these let's calm down.
It's top as well. We're getting more kills. Look at the spooked again. The Rubik goes down to the Bloodseeker. And the... Oh, my goodness. Benchwarmers is just rolling over that top lane. Bottom lane, Toxic. Oh, my word. And he gets got again. There's action everywhere. We just can't keep up.
Spook really needed to take a second level of the Timber Chain, yeah. He needed the range to get away from this Dazzle. Like, he's just eating way too many, like, hits with the poison on him. And the Bloodseeker just keeps smacking him over and over again. Like, I think this, like, Whirling Death level he took was, like, it's standard. Like, 1-1-2 is a standard build. But I do think he needed to go 0-2-2, yeah. Just to, like, be able to play the lane. Batrider, Tatsu managing to grab some creeps and the small camp here mid, and he's still going after Adastam. Adastam has got 1 stack up on the sticky napalm there, so not in too much danger. As Spooked checking out this beautiful Lasso's
stack
up in 2
right
seconds.
over here. And Spooked is gonna get some beefy, delicious stack money here. But he's got to be careful. He's only got 2 levels into that reactive armor, and he's just got to be careful that Dazzle is whittling him down pretty decently. As bot lane, guy next door is living life on the edge here. And with them being low, it just gives Bloodseeker that speed he needs just to, like, run around everywhere.
Dead.
Meanwhile, Spooked... Oh my word, there's so many action. Is Razor dead? Is guy next door dead? Who's dead here? Everyone's so low, Spooked!
Timber's dead!
There's so much action. This is too much for a retired caster to come back to. Top lane, the rupture onto Leviathan. He's just gonna take it. He's gonna take it to the face. Bloodseeker, fast boy, mid lane, Tatsu. Oh my word, a 3-man flame break. That's so close. Will Dazzle die here? It looks like he is. So that got. Oh my word, Toxic. Is Toxic gonna go? Spooked has come. Adastam's got double damage though. He got stopped, and then Tatsu's gonna make it out. He's gonna make it out. He's gonna make it out. Oh, is he gonna make it out? Oh, the flame break. He's gonna try TP, but gets just got up.
If it wasn't for that DD, I think that TP would have gone off. But that finished Tatsu's Boots of Travel. 8-minute BTs. He's going to be playing super active on this map. He's happy with that. Like, he got 2 kills out of it. Yes, he gave 1 back to Adastam.
Bottom. Looks like he's going onto Jarek. The stun is out there. Crystal Maiden just coming to help. And I think Soup might be in a little bit of trouble here if they catch up. It looks like he is. There is a ward there. Earthshaker coming in with the stun. Are they going to turn around? It looks like they are. Soup with that little static field going out there. I don't know if Toxic's going to catch him. Guy next door has been living life on the edge. Toss back into the tower, and I think, oh my word, who's going to die first? It's Toxic dying first. Soup diving way behind tower. He does have the stick charges. In comes Dazzle from out of nowhere like an RKO. Drops down Jarek with the poison touch, and Soup is going to make it. Meanwhile, I think Guy next door, he is seen. The Bloodseeker is seeing him. I Spy with Mighty Liar, very dead. Crystal Maiden that gets dropped by Adastam. Oh my goodness, action everywhere. In the jungle, we got Tatsu and Deppy. Deppy dropping that beautiful little... is he going to die? Is he going to TP out? He TP's out. Oh, this is too much action. You take it away for a bit, sir.
It's just, like, Adastam had such a rough laning phase, but he's actually above Tatsu on the net worth. And that's very evident to how he played. They always traded. They made Toxic come middle with the Shaker. They gave him some trade kills, and he's 100% in this game. They're gonna want to start playing bottom into this tiny lane and start pressuring this tower. But Spooked has had a horrendous start to this game. He's farming the Dire jungle. He's like 10 minutes in, he just hit level 6. So, like, really struggling. They're gonna scout him here, and they're gonna keep messing with him. He's completely out of mana. He's going for the hood before mana boots. Okay, Rubik has mana boots though.
Bottom lane, here we go. Soup going onto Jarek again. Dazzle coming up behind. In comes the TP from Rubik. And he's gonna steal up the Shadow Wave there as the tower goes. Crystal Maiden in the background, dropping the ultimate. Soup is gonna make it. No, he does not. He dies an unceremonious death. But that was given to the Radiant.
Timber's going down top.
Ooh, top lane. Oh gosh, Spooked again. Oh man, this man, he just can't get with it. Mid again, Adastam, that dominating streak being ended by Dazzle. Oh my word, with that haste rune, and we got a disconnect. What would a Dota 2 game be without a disconnect? I might disconnect as well because my load shedding is supposed to be ending at 9 o'clock. So if I disappear, sir, and you just suddenly hear me go and gone, I will be momentarily back. But we'll continue playing and casting until that happens.
I'll wait for your moment, and then...
This game is insane. Like, look at... my word. Batrider is so strong. And have you seen he's queued up BKB first instead of Blink?
No, the mid bats these days don't go Blink anymore. They kind of just go... Yeah, it's just Boots of Travel, BKB, and then because remember, like, you're mid, you want to stay relevant. And the hero's strength is at the moment of he's going to catch you. He's going to run you down and he's going to lasso you. And they have other tools to get into these fights. So, like, Tiny is going to go Blink Dagger at one stage. Like, this Timber Saws a body. He's just going BKB because he needs to be able to be in the front and start these fights for them. And he needs to be a nuisance. Like, he can't go in and he just gets stunned by Earthshaker. There is still the Rupture, but that means he's also pulling that Rupture onto himself. And with the BKB active, he can just TP out.
Okay, well, we had an unpause and a pause again. Seems like there's a pub mentality. I love it. And if we just look at these items here.
Sorry, he's new.
Tiny's got an Oblivion Staff and Ogre Axe queued up. He's got those. Are we looking at a? Oh my goodness, Bloodseeker's looking for blood, excuse the pun, and I think he's going after Tatsu. I just don't think he can find him, but there goes the blood right. I think he's just chasing a little bit too far. He's gonna back up. Is he gonna get caught here by the Crystal Maiden? I think he's just a little bit too fast of a fast boy. And Rubik steals the blood right, so this is going to be very handy. This ward over here has just made so much difference for this lane. For Benchwarmers, they can see when Tiny is farming, where he's going, and when
multiple TPs coming in bottom. Multiple. Adastam smoked up.
Let's see what's going on here. Looks like Dazzle catching out guy next door on the Crystal Maiden in bot, and Adastam is smoked up, so he's ready to dive. In comes Soup with the static shield. Oh my goodness, guy next door. He's just the guy next door for sure. And now Tiny is gonna get got on. Adastam with a dive. In goes the toss, and he's just gonna get absolutely desolated under that tower, or decimated. That's not the correct word. I'm losing my words here, sir. And bot tower is going the way of Benchwarmers. And that's just the power of this Void Spirit, just being able to jump everywhere. Glyph is used, but I think it's going to be used in vain. In the meantime, Spook, is he going to get caught here? He throws out the little chop bomb just to give Dazzle a little bit of kiss on the swiggity swooty, saying, I'm here, don't come up this top of this mountain, you're going to meet an unsavory death.
So this move by Benchwarmers was very tactical because they want to start opening up the map for themselves.
So, but mid's coming in. I don't want to interrupt. We've got action everywhere. You take it this time.
He's fine. He's actually going for the kill.
Oh, he's going. Oh, Echo Slam, but just not enough. And now he's going to get the Dazzle as well. Is it going to be enough damage? Oh, the Shallow Grave, but is it going to be enough damage? I don't think they're going to come up in time. He survived!
Heal! What?
Oh!
He still got the kill in the shaker. He wants more.
And in the meantime, Adastam dies right here in the jungle. We were so focused on mid. Adastam found himself on the wrong side of the jungle there, into Radiant territory, as he got massively destroyed over there by Rubik and Timbersaw.
Our Benchwarmers is super chilled about this. They've got the map control at the moment. They just want to keep this mid tower alive. It's pretty low. It's going to go down. There's a Rupture.
Oh, here we go. Rupture down with the silence. Oh my goodness, Bloodseeker's ruptured. Down goes, let it go, ultimate. There's the Shallow Grave, but I don't think Bloodseeker is going to perish for his sins here. Dazzle and oh, it's action everywhere. Dazzle takes down the Razor. In the meantime, Spook takes down PKZ there on the Dazzle, and it's just madness. Adastam dropping onto the Rubik, and that's just going to do that for now. I don't think we're going to go anymore unless Tiny gets the stun. He gets the stun on Adastam. Oh my goodness, is he going to make it? He's going to go up to the high ground, and I think he should be out there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he still had a step on the Void Spirit there. He was pretty fine. The thing is, Adastam had a very smart play there, because Rubik stole Fissure that last fight. And he had options on going off multiple low heroes, but his choice was to go onto the Rubik because we cannot let them have Fissure. We need to get it away from them. He went onto the Rubik kill, he got it, he got out. So their map is a little bit more secured now. They have lost this mid tower, but their safe lane tower top lane is still up, and as Dire that's a big advantage because invading the jungle for Dire from these steps in the mid lane is a bit harder than from the top area. So this top tier 1 for Dire is really important. Oh, they're pinging.
Oh, here they go again.
Oh, he just disappears, man.
The life of Crystal Maidens, man. The life of Crystal Maidens.
I did say that I wouldn't want to be a CM in this game. So
you did say that, but if you look at the graphs, the one probability from Dota Plus says that Benchwarmers have got a 60% chance of winning this. It's close. Oh my goodness, top lane again, Tatsu. Oh, and Toxic is just gonna die here. But the kills are so close. It's Dota Plus is not always wrong. Oh, here we go. Pig pole going in, double damage on Tatsu. Is it gonna go further? He is not. And I think that's gonna end it. And see, this thing about the Blink Dagger. He gets the Flame Break back. Dazzle with the drop there. Beautiful stun there. Is it from the Rubik? It's from the Rubik stun. And down goes the Razor. Oh my word, that Fissure. Remember when we talked about Fissure? Fissure Rubik? Ah, man.
He got it again. That's why they picked it. They had faith in this Rubik pick.
It's a good pick. That's why I just can't deal with the graphs.
It just made this Tiny a +1 though, and I don't know. Look at Bloodseeker's nature compared to this Tiny.
Curious. Oh, bottom. Oh my goodness, Tatsu's going for it. Despite having the Rupture on him, he's going for it. He's waiting for that Rupture to go down, but oh goodness, Adastam right on there. It was a moot point. It was a moot point. Adastam trying there. Mid lane though, Tiny with the toss. into the air. Oh man, Razor is just not having a good time. The Let It Go gets dropped by the Crystal Maiden, and it's just action everywhere. It's action everywhere. This is Dota.
Like, it's so great. I love this. Like they kill Tatsu bottom, tips come out. They kill Razor mid, the tips come out. Like, you can see both teams are fired up. Like they're taking every inch, and they're also even fighting for the DM battle here. Like, who's actually going to take it?
But
Toxic has a blink dagger now though on the shaker.
The net worth swung in the favor of ZIZ in that last engagement, getting that Razor down. But it's only like a 1k difference. The game is too close to call. That's why Dota Plus, it can say Benchwarmers might have the 66 or 62 now % chance to win, but it's too close to call at the moment. I mean, you look at Adastam, he's working close towards that Agnum Scepter as it looks like here. Smoke gang, but I think he might have been spotted by this ward here. We'll see if the Bloodseeker gets caught. He gets caught, and he's gonna go down. Oh my goodness, and he drops that beautiful little Rupture, but it's just not going to be enough. He gets caught out in his own forest farming, and that's just not where you want to be with these games. You don't want to get caught in your own jungle having a fun time. But then again, there's a beautiful stack being fought down here in the bot lane by Adastam. So he's farming well. Both these carries are farming really well. So it's really down to the engagement on both teams. Who's going to get caught out first?
But exactly what you said there, the engagement. Like, Rubik had a chance there to steal Rupture, but he opted not to do it because he doesn't want to lose this fissure. Like, this fissure is way too valuable for them at the moment, and like, he's been using it so effectively. And they're putting pressure on this top tower now. Benchwarmers is going to let it go, but the thing is, BKB timing is coming up for this Razor soon. It's a bit slower than normal, but Super's, like, he's actually struggling. I thought Spooked had a bad lane. Like, Super's, like, he's still quite a bit off his BKB, and this is a problem because this hero wants like a sub 17-minute BKB, 18-minute BKB, and then he wants to become your frontline, and Benchwarmers doesn't have that at the moment. Where on the side of ZIZ, the Tatsu's BKB is ready. He's going for the blink next. Timbersaw went blink kill.
I'm not quite sure. It looks like they're positioning to do it. Tiny does not have blink though. I think they're just going to try and go for the push on top. And you know, Batrider, he's just having a wonderful time free farming. He's queued up the blink now, so there's definitely that initiation that they're looking for. But like you said, Rubik opting for the utility over the damage as the smoke comes up from Benchwarmers. Are they going to capitalize on this? Adastam is seen, but Tucky with the big kick and Rupture on top of him. And there goes Spooked with the Blade Mail, but nothing too much going on just yet. We're going to see if they're going to go further. Spooked is like out of mana, so he's not going to be doing anything. And I think that's just going to be how it is, unless it looks like Jarek he's looking. He's trying to farm up the stack. He's going to get caught on the opposite side of that fissure, but I think he should be fine. Oh, he's going to get caught out here. Rubik, he's got the Resonant Pulse, but he's going to do anything. Bloodseeker with the BKB. He's just going to try and mow down. In comes the increasing field. Oh my goodness, it's going down. Razor get caught out. Get caught out. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Dazzle, is he gonna escape? He's gonna get out. Meanwhile, the Batrider is just gonna die. Oh my word, that entire skirmish is a 1-for-1.
Toxic with the Echo Slam there, like, that should have definitely been more for ZIZ. Like, losing the Batrider there is massive, and that's what makes Benchwarmers such a good team. Like,
he's gonna get caught out here. Oh my gosh. And that was about Crystal Maiden not wanting to get caught out. Well, Rubik's not having a fun time either.
But the thing is, like, that should have been ZIZ's fight. They got the Razor early with the lasso, the Echo Slam whiffed.
Oh my word, Adastam is so low. He should be fine. Rupture. I hear Rupture. Spook.
He's blade and running.
Oh my goodness. You see, he should be fine. But, Rupture. It's such a strong spell.
This blade mill pickup by Timbersaw is pretty interesting. Like, it's very unorthodox. I don't... Is it mainly just to try and get this Bloodseeker's damage reflected onto him? But Bloodseeker's just got too much sustain. Like, he just heals off the creeps again.
Exactly.
And it's not like he needed the armor because a bulk of, I guess, from Razor you can, like, I guess Blade Mail against Razor is pretty good. I don't know, like, I don't like this Blade Mail pickup. Like,
it's strange because you need to be moving for Blade Mail to work against Rupture, right? But if you're not moving...
Timber wanted, like, Kaya into, like, a Lincoln. Like this Blade Mail is a bit wonky. I don't know. He's making it work for him. Like, he's reflecting some of the damage, but I feel he's running out of mana in these fights. Like, even a Yule's because their main source of catch at the moment is still just only Tatsu when he has Lasso. And just like a Yules, Timber can jump in, like grab a target with the Yule setter, set up for his team. Just like little mitigation. Or Razor links someone and the Razor gets Yulesed. So there's like, I don't know, like this Blade Mail over a Yule Scepter. Questionable, but let's see if it works out for him.
Oh my goodness, he's just not caught on the side that they would have wanted him. So just a little love tap. He steals the Fisher, no, he steals the Enchanto to my mistake there.
Yeah, is trying to not give it to him again.
Oh my goodness, Smoke again. And it looks like they might be trying to see if they can catch someone out. But you see the warding here is also great. From Benchwarmers, as Adastam, he drops his Revenant. Oh my goodness, Rubik getting caught in the back here, but Adastam is in huge trouble here. Is he going to get out? He should be fine. Bloodseeker coming in. He drops the blood, that thing, Rupture, onto Spook, and Spook is just going to get annihilated here. BKB popped. He's going to look for more. Leviathan, he's going to get caught at the end of it. Drops the stick charge, but he's not going to be enough. Bloodseeker's just going to chase him, and he's oh my gosh, poor Rubik, he's gone. The supports in this game just getting absolutely destroyed here. And the guy next door, he gets caught out as well. Benchwarmers just catching everyone out of ZIZ in their own jungle. Meanwhile, Batrider, he drops the lasso, gets the counter on Adastam, and he gets so much gold for it. What is that net to change? It's still so close, it's 1k!
That was such a good play by Tatsu. Like, when that started out, when you were looking at the Rupture, everything at the bottom, Tatsu, like, looped around and killed Dazzle, so there was no grave for it. Yes, they lost 2 heroes, but Tatsu held his BKB through the entire engagement, and then gets a kill on Adastam for 800 gold. So, yeah, like, he just... Tatsu is playing out of his mind.
Apologize that I missed that, because I was so focused on the Rupture in the bottom.
It was everything everywhere.
Like, tiny. He's inverse. He's going for this. Is he going to get it? Oh my gosh. Is he going to get it? Is the toss enough? Is Earthshaker going to die? Yeah, that's just. Toss it into the air like a pizza, baby. An Earthshaker pizza. It's gone.
He utilized his spell so well because, like, the tiny Avalanche toss combo isn't as strong anymore.
Is he going to be able to TP out? There's just no stun, but is it enough? Oh my gosh. Oh. Rubik. Oh no. Well, you know, the sacrificial lamb came from saving or trying to save your Batrider. It's a fun game to be a support, huh?
Yeah, no. This Tiny is going to start hunting for kills now. And the thing is, like, what we saw top lane, Jarek is using his spell so well. Like, the Ava toss combo was nerfed, the damage that it does. It's still a multiple, but it's not as strong anymore, especially on right-click Tiny. So, like, stunning someone, hitting them twice, chucking them into the air, and hitting them twice does more damage now than the combo does. So, and he's just utilizing it, like, perfectly. And if he doesn't do that, I don't think he kills the Shaker there.
Oh, it's such a tight game. It's 22-24. The graphs say it's literally a 400 gold deficit between the two teams in favor of Benchwarmers. So it's really tight. I think it's going to come down, like we said earlier, to itemization and initiation. Speaking of initiation, Rubik is going to die again. Just getting caught out behind his tier 1. Is this the point where Benchwarmers just start rolling the game? Because if they can drop behind tier 1 towers and just wreck your supports like that, that is a very dangerous sight if you can't counter initiate that.
The difference is, like, this Bloodseeker is ready to join these fights every time he has Rupture, where Tiny, he wants like another item or two. Like, he wants to finish the silvers and he wants a BKB before he feels 100% comfortable in these fights. And until then, Benchwarmers can, with Rupture, run as 5 and cause chaos, and it's always going to be a 4v5. And it's going to be on Tatsu's shoulders to ensure that he gets the disposition spells. Like, he wants to get people off guard, he wants to pull them into a direction, and he's always going for Dazzle first because it doesn't help he goes onto a target and they just get graved. So he's got Blink and Aether Lens on this Batrider. Like, he's super farmed.
He's so strong. But if you look at the items for Benchwarmers, I might be disappearing because the alarm went off, so I'm gonna leave this to you. I just quickly gotta come back. So I'm leaving this to you, sir. I will be back in a moment.
No problemo.
Sorry about that, everyone. I'll be back in a moment. Load shedding's fun.
Deppy is actually... Deppy's going straight Scotty. Like, he just wants to stop regen here. Like, it's probably into the Timbersaw. About halfway there. Like, just a little bit shy of halfway. Oh, but Lasso onto Razor. He got the BKB off though. Can he even kill him? Oh, Echo! Toxic is going to save the soup in this fight, and it's going to turn. Oh no, they're melting. I'm a filthy liar. Like they are absolutely melting. Defi is going to get like a counter kill into it. The Tatsu is so farmed, man. And they're going to get out like 3 for 2. Like they lost their carry tiny. Okay, 3 for 3. They lose the carry tiny, but it was an exchange onto Razor plus the 2 supports. Razor is basically a core at the stage. Like he's going for that refresher card, but Defi is the most farmed hero on the map, and Scotty is going to beef him up. They can go Roche yet. Oh no, Dazzle's dead. They can't. Does he have a shard yet on Bloodseeker? No. Observer? No, Bloodseeker does not have shard yet. But they can keep playing aggressive. Blasto is on cooldown for another 50 seconds. Benchwarmers just making the best out of a bad situation. That looked so good for ZIZ. And then that Echo came out, and I thought, like, okay, no, it's... like the Echo was good, it's going to turn. And it was an even trade. So... what a Timber Sword. Just got the Kaya. He's actually flying another item out to himself. What was it? Oh, it was just a TP scroll. Never mind. No, he needs to have like, more than this. Like 9k net worth? No. Okay. Like Spook needs a big boy item next. I'm not sure. Oh, it was Shard on the Timber Sword, not a TP. Tatsu. What's he queued up next? 2,700 gold in the bank. Hasn't queued anything. He's got the aces. He can probably like finish after in core. But I do think Shiva's Guard is a play. Oh, he's been ruptured top. He didn't BKB TP. He did not BKB TP. He thought it was just a Bloodseeker and he could just get away. But Adastam, like the greed of Tatsu. This close of a game, I think you use the BKB to TP out there. Like what's the charges on? It's 6 seconds. The cooldown is significant. 90 seconds. Big engagement happening top. Jarek gets forced off the way. Tepi is running at people. Rubik needs to get shot, man. Like he needs to like try and get people away from these fights. This Fissure is doing way too much work, and he is opting for the Blink Dagger, I think, next on the Rubik. But I do think Shard is a must, and they're gonna go probably into the Roche pit. There's no Bat, there's no Rubik. Yeah, straight into Roche, and it's not the fastest Roche lineup. Does look like they want to contest. Oh, Soup. Big Echo Slam by Toxic. And Jarek just, he knows he's dead. Like, I even think he took his hands off the keyboard there for a second, because before he got bashed, it looked like he just went and he stood still. He knew it was dead. Soup runs in there, straight with the spider legs and the BKB, and Toxic comes in the Echo Slam. We spoke about Earthshaker being a bit of a slow hero in the laning phase, but once he has this Blink Dagger, he becomes a completely different beast. We all love to see Earthshaker gaming. TI hero. TI is on the horizon. Last page is finished. Like,
Welcome back.
Earthshaker. Rusty is back in the game as well.
I think I missed something epic.
Yeah, you missed quite a few kills. Like Super's got spider legs on this Razor, just runs at their faces, and he's setting up big echoes for Toxic. They pushed it with the Roche, but it was kind of a bait. And it was a complete wipe. Like 5 hero wipe. You can see the net worth now. Suddenly it's an 8k difference. Benchwarmers, after a slow start, they are taking control of this game. But it's the thing, like if Tatsu dies first in these engagements, there's nothing else for them to get into these fights. It's really hard for the CM and Rubik together to play Dota, because they kind of do the same thing. They don't, not big damage dealers. The CM is never going to get off a full ulti in these fights. And Rubik has only got an Aether Lens. Like, that's it. So really hard for the supports of ZIZ to actually play Dota at the moment.
It was just such a tight game, but like you said, the moment they could start like going behind tier 1 towers and just picking off those supports, it just gives the farm that Adastam and them need just to go over this. Like this Bloodseeker's not scared, he just ruptures, goes straight after Rubik, doesn't even use the BKB yet, and he doesn't need to, he's got 8 of the Immortal. Soup just coming in there with the assist, and Rubik just dies. He's just a poor Rubik. There goes the BKB. And in comes Earthshaker with the Fissure, and again Adastam. He's just, look at the amount of damage he's doing to Spook just by blinking in there with the what's that spell? Dissimulate. There you go. I don't play Void Spirit so much, so I don't know his spells off by heart just yet.
Just after this game, you're definitely going to, because it's smashing people in the face.
I'm a support, man. All these Rubik and Crystal Maiden kills are hurting my heart.
No, it's just like the two support, the support duos of them is not allowing them. If you look at the difference between like the impact that this Earthshaker is having in these fights compared to like Rubik and CM. And Dazzle is just kind of like he's got body.
Oh, he's not fine. Oh, he pops the BKB. Yeah, so he was almost not fine there. Oh,
No, they can back and go in again. No BKB on this path. He's not gonna feel free to run in and like grab someone, and it's the only like real form of disruption at the moment. This Timbersaw is not ready to fight. Like he went Shard after the Kaya and 1900 HP Timbersaw. Like he's going to die to all these spells. Like he needs, I don't know. He needs to finish like a Sanj to like get Disruptor off him or Lincoln's or. I still would like the Yule Scepter. They need more tools to just like nonsense disrupt fights. 4-staff Yules people. Yules like 4-staff the enemy. Don't pull 4-staff on Timber, please. You can do it, but please don't. But like a Yules on this Timber would be great. But at this stage, it's 32 minutes in. He needs like Lincolns plus Shivas or something for his team. And they what are they playing towards? Jarek is going Ags on the Tiny. Like he doesn't feel comfortable getting into these fights.
No, he doesn't.
He actually changed up his build. Like he stopped the Silver's Edge into BKB and he just bought the full Ags. Like he wants to just stand on the back and hit people with trees.
But is that where the game has gone for ZIZ at the moment? Is that they have to stay in the back lines, try and pick someone off. But if you're this strong, I mean, Bloodseeker has got Eye of Scotty, he's got Basher, he's heading towards Abyssal Blade.
3.2k HP. Yeah, 3.2k HP, doesn't care. Like Tiny without a crit, like even the mini crit, the Crystallis, he's queued it up now. It is not gonna kill this Bloodseeker.
The high ground and they jump in. Oh my goodness, Touch is getting caught out in the base. He's just gonna get absolutely got on here. Guy next door is also gonna get on. The buyback, they drag the Razor into the top. He's gonna die here, boys. He is gonna die here, boys. A little bit greedy there, but I mean, 2 buybacks for that, and they don't get the towers, so they back up here. You know, caution to the wind, and just making sure that sometimes valor is the better part of brains, or however that saying goes. I'm not quite sure. I'm too excited because this is the kind of Dota we want to see. So that pick off there, it's quite a bit. But the net worth graph didn't even make a dent. It's 67k net worth for Benchwarmers. It's a 12k deficit.
Again.
Oh no, is he?
Is he?
The full stuff over! Oh no, it's up to again. Is this gonna be a dieback? This is gonna be a dieback. In the meantime, oh, it's not a dieback. It's not a dieback. Oh, it's there's so much action. Deppy, he's still going. The Aegis expires. Rubik, Crystal Maiden, and Timbersaw go down. Meanwhile, Earthshaker also goes down in that fight, which is a smorgasbord. But at the end of the day, Benchwarmers come out on top there. The Aegis expired, but it just didn't matter. It didn't matter. Adastam just like wrecked everyone in sight as well as Deppy. And all that was an Aegis and an Earthshaker for 3 heroes. Luckily,
Aegis on the Bloodseeker, that would have been really good for ZIZ. But this
that
Aegis,
would.
yeah, like killing this Bloodseeker at this stage, 21k net worth would have been massive.
And again, if you look at this, the BKB on Tatsu was used there just to escape. And down goes the Rupture, and he's just gonna go off of Tatsu. He's just gonna go. Adastam jumping in. It's a dieback. 120 seconds, 2 minutes in normal human time for the bad side to come back. And Adastam, he's taking quite a bit of damage, but he's fine. He don't care. They are gonna high ground here. Bloodseeker just standing and delivering. What does Rubik steal? He steals the Standing Storm, just not enough. Rubik is gonna go. Rubik, I mean. I'm running out of ideas on how many heroes. Too many heroes. The Razor just going in and just making sure he's making soup out of every kind of soup. He's made a Rubik soup. He's made a Timbersaw soup. What other soup does he want to make? It's a Rax here for the side of Benchwarmers. And I just don't see a way for ZIZ to come back into this game on time. He's chucking around trees. He's jumping in. He's going in. But there's the Dazzle with the save. And let's go down. Gets 2, and it's a full team wipe. It's gone. It's over. What are they gonna do? Tiny is the only one with buyback. What are they gonna do?
Type GG? I don't know.
Oh no! And they're going off
going
the
straight to your
I think this is Benchwarmers game 1.
Yeah, no, like this Dazzle is just sustaining everyone. Like he's keeping them topped off. Like you're gonna see every time the Shadow Wave comes off city, like Tiny's dead again.
Here we go, Tiny getting gone on. He's just gonna die. The big stone giant turned into a big stone sheep, and down goes Rubik again. Soup and Deppy just running over everyone. Oh my
Man,
god.
Benchwarmers just hit their timing and they just let this game go. Like,
Well,
ZIZ
that's
played so
GG.
well. Like, Tatsu was so good this game. Like, he was a monster. But the thing is, like, the Timbersaw pick with Tiny, and I don't even think it was that. I think, like, the Timbersaw pick with the two supports that they had didn't allow them to, like, capitalize on Tatsu's great game. Because Tatsu had a really good game. But it got to a point where Rubik and CM, like, both of them would just die before the fight even starts. And then it's a 3v5.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It's oh
good
my
Dota,
goodness. And
man.
if you just look at that graph, it was such a tight game for most of it until I would say they started coming back behind there. But before we take a break to go to the next game, there's a giveaway going on from Evetech, and it's an Evetech mouse pad. So everyone in chat, I need you to type in EGL1, EGLONE, just to make sure you spell it right, so you can win
Once.
a mouse pad.
But only once.
Only once. Otherwise, you only once. It says EGL1, not EGL20. Okay. I think we're gonna go to a quick 5-minute break as the players ready up for game 2. Final thoughts.
ZIZ just, like, they looked so good. Like, I liked how they played the map. Like, Tatsu was a monster. They just need to tweak, like, the support picks here. Like, it just didn't allow them to play Dota. And, like, we saw the impact the Shakers had, like, just the Fissure and the Echo Slams. When Rubik had Fissure, suddenly it looked good, but they just made sure after a stage Rubik never got Fissure again. Pick a hero that can do that without having to steal it first. And I think ZIZ is going to come back with a Vengeance game 2.
All right. We will see you soon, everyone. 5 minutes, and then we'll be back with game 2.
So listen up, keep your ears to the ground. Don't go getting mistaken now. I'm the dude with the don't care crown, and I ain't gonna be taken down. Midnight and city lights on the other side. You're calling me up at the same time. I'm in the daylight. You're calling to say hi, but your words they cry. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud. Your silence speaks so loud, and I hear you calling out, yeah. We're talking about nothing. Then you said something under your breath. I can't take it. I know what you're thinking. I wish I could fix this, yeah. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud. Silence speaks so loud, and I hear you calling out.
I got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good.
Oh, back.
Hello
ladies and
there.
gents.
Welcome back
We are
to
back.
the EGL 1.
Season
Dota
3.
2 Season 3. Upper bracket semifinals with ZIZ and
South Africa,
Benchwarmers.
Africa.
South Africa! I was so excited about that game one. There was so much action going on. Not.a.hero, this is a great way to come back to casting after so many years of doing it. There was just so much action. Are we ready for game 2, actually?
How can we be ready? Like that was there was like 15 kills in the first 8 minutes. Like it was more than a kill a minute, and this was bonkers. Like all the lanes were pressuring, everyone was like testing their advantages. I think the big thing for Benchwarmers that game, like Batrider really bullies his Void Spirit. but they kind of found a way to keep Adastam's game like perfectly fine. Like after dying twice to the Batrider, he had the same net worth because they always made sure he had a trade. He moved to the side lanes, and yeah, like it just. And you mentioned what an impact the Void Spirit had in that game. Like CM gone, Rubik gone. So
I think they're gonna have to make sure they ban out the Void Spirit just as a respect ban to Adastam. Like honestly
they
speaking,
had tools to like react to it, like a hero that just doesn't get too shotted by that Void Spirit, like CM or the Rubik. Even if they had like heroes that could like, hey, here's this Void Spirit, I'm gonna mess with him instead of just dying to him, then it's fine. But he went for that Ags rush, and CM just gets silenced, and then she dies. So I think ZIZ's two supports did too much of the same thing, and it hurt their draft, because if you look at Benchwarmers, Shaker and Dazzle do two completely different things. Dazzle is annoying as hell, keeps people alive, heals them, keeps them sustained, and then they always have the grave. And Shaker is your team fight disruptor, and like just cause so much chaos. And ZIZ just had CM and Rubik just both casting little mini spells before they die. So they just need to like look at their supports, because they looked really good. Like Tatsu was an absolute beast. I also wasn't a fan of the tiny pick that ZIZ did, and I felt its tempo was too slow compared to the Bloodseeker.
well, we are into the draft, and we got the bans of Dawnbreaker, Marcy, Batrider, and Viper, and then ZIZ first picking the Dazzle and immediate picks of Tiny. And you mentioned the Winter Wyvern being one of the stronger supports in the game. There you go, Benchwarmers picking it up. How do we see this draft going now, since we've got that particular hero in the game now?
They can basically run anything at this stage now. Like it opens up their draft so much. The thing is, like what people haven't been doing against Dazzle is getting like the spells, and it's been very interesting. Like people were theory crafting, like if you throw Oracle in against it, or even like offlane Abaddon, then the hero just doesn't do anything the entire laning phase. But the problem with that is then you've got an offlane Abaddon. This Tiny is probably going to go mid for Adastam, but once again, it's flexible. It fits into that toxic play role, the disruptive, stunning hero that goes in, causes chaos. So they can still flex it. The draft is pretty stable. This Lina pick is, I think it's Tatsu hero again. They went for the Batrider the first phase, the first game, and now they've picked up this Dazzle and then dropped the Lina immediately. I've seen Tatsu play Lina before. He's a monster on the hero, and they respect ban my bat. Well, I'm gonna play some Lina then. And she fails. Like I don't think there's anything that beats Lina in lane, unless she make a mistake. Like she can lane against Viper. She can lane against Tiny. She can lane against pretty much any heroes in the game. So, trying to secure Tatsu's game again with this pick.
She's just a very versatile hero as well. I mean,
She hasn't been winning though, man.
You know, that's just the thing.
Like Lina's that hero. Like I look at her and I'm like, okay, she's got a stun. She's got a good wave clear. Her ulti's pretty good, and she hits like a truck. On paper, she looks brilliant. But
it's the execution, and it's getting there. Lina is, unfortunately, I find one of those heroes that, despite having a good kit, she's just one of those heroes that requires items to get her to that point of, you know, we can't deal with her anymore. But the moment you stop her, she's just going to have problems.
Those didn't take the Beastmaster. They could have like done Beastmaster plus Dazzle. I don't think Lina was going to be banned at all, but they opted to pick Tatsu's Lina now. And it might hurt them, because they really like playing this Beastmaster. Like I've seen Spook play it in multiple pubs. I don't know if he still favors the hero, but I do think it's busted, especially how the game's being played. And very interesting. And now the second phase ban from Benchwarmers, Night Stalker has been taken out. It's probably they don't want this Winter Wyvern just to be food. So, and they banned the clock. Okay, this is a toxic. This is a toxic Tiny by the looks of it. I don't see them playing Tiny into this Lina middle. But that's what I said about Void Spirit into Batrider, and Adastam just went and did it anyway, so never know.
10 seconds remaining.
It's very strange. Like you look at the the bans that you got Puck, you got Queen of Pain. There's the Void Spirit ban, so they don't want Adastam having that thing in his hands again. So
There's
you
the
definitely
Beastmaster
mentioned that
ban.
this is Toxic's. Oh my goodness, the God of Thunder himself, Zeus, after the Beastmaster ban. Do you think that's a mid Zeus versus Lina? I don't think that's a good matchup for Zeus. He's got no escape. He's got a bunch of bursts.
Zeus has got the best escape in the
Oh
game,
yeah,
my
I'm
man.
sorry. I apologize. I forgot that Zeus has the Super Mario jump.
Yeah.
It's my bad. That's how long ago I cast it.
But-
I forget that Zeus has got a fantastic thing.
This hero can go anywhere, except for probably carry, but it doesn't reveal their draft. Like, this could be a pos 4 Zeus. It's an absolute nuisance. They can pop this tiny mid against the Lina. They can pop this Zeus against the Lina. And it's a really good Zeus game so far because, like, this, like, the Heavenly Jump of his, it's really annoying because it also slows your attack animation. And Lina with Fiery Soul that hits really fast, Zeus does the little
needs it.
jumpy jump, and suddenly you're not hitting so fast anymore. Especially like her items, Lina now just goes straight like Boots of Travel BKB, first 2 items. So she doesn't necessarily hit like a truck, she just hits really fast for small increments of damage, and Zeus just disrupting that in any form before she gets the BKB is really going to hurt her. But I feel Zeus should have picked this Beastmaster, man. Like, now it's been banned. Like I said, Lina was not going to be banned. Pick the Beast with the Dazzle in the first phase, get your Lina in the second phase. But now they've lost this Beastmaster. There's no Clockwork, so that's another hero that gives vision. And they went for the Slaughter instead. I don't like this. I like Slaughter a lot, don't get me wrong. But Slaughter is good in certain matchups. Slaughter is good if someone's picking like Juggernaut, or like in certain cases like Monkey King, depending on his lane partner. But Slaughter wants to be into a melee hero and wants to bully him. He's currently landing into a Winter Wyvern. It could still be flexed. It could be a 4 Wyvern, but I think it's a pos 5 Wyvern. And they don't know the carry yet, and they opted to pick the Slaughter. It's really... They've got a lot of minus armor going, Dazzle plus Slaughter. But I don't know. I don't like it.
Oh!
PA, more minus armor. They're going for like an armor reducing
Yeah,
strat.
armor reduction strat. I mean,
But
it
Wyvern
works
is good
great,
against that. But Wyvern is like, he just puts Cold Embrace on someone. Like,
It's
hey.
a lot of non-magical damage on their end. I mean, it's a lot of physical. Wyvern's little healing is it's just so good against it. I mean, what magic do you have? Yes, you got Lina, you got a little bit in
PA
Dazzle. Everything else is
versus
just like
Zeus is terrible. Like, this could be a pos 4 Zeus. This Phantom Assassin's not gonna have a good time at all.
there's the carry.
And what do? They pick one of the heroes in the game with the highest armor. So Slaughter's entire toolkit is physical damage. His stun is physical damage, his bash is physical damage, and his ulti reduces armor. Terrorblade doesn't care about any of that. Like
No.
he's a lot of armor, he builds full stats, and he's good against Phantom Assassin as well. Like he's actually a hero that can fight her, and he's also one of the heroes that doesn't mind building MKB at the moment. And like MKB is kind of in a wonky space, it's just better items, but I do think TB is one that can do it. And if he doesn't want to, he can just do a Silvers. Like it's not, or they'll just kill her with the Zeus. Doesn't necessarily have to be like Terrorblade hitting her. So that's a good pick by Benchwarmers. High armor hero into this PA. They went and banned Timber. Why? They think this is like what? This won't be a pos. Oh no, wait, no. They're scared of mid Timbersaw and moving this PA to and then moving this Lina to a support. So that tells me that this is not a mid Zeus, or it might be a mid Tiny instead.
It's very strange. It feels like a very, especially with ZIZ's lineup, it feels like BKB is going to be essential for this. But
Yeah.
if Benchwarmers get far enough, I just think they're just going to be like, okay, well, we just don't care about BKB. We're just going to run over you with that.
The thing
without
is, the
issue.
problem is early BKBs. Okay, Lina is one. Like we said, she does travels into BKB. But Slaughters these days want to do like Mask
No,
of Madness
I'm-
Blink into BKB. PA wants to do Battle Fury, then like Deso, and then BKB. This Phantom Assassin's gonna have to do like Deso BKB or Battle Fury BKB. She can't.
No, so I mean for the side of Benchwarmers for that terror play, because from what I see here, there's quite a bit of minus armor. Yes, he's got quite a bit of armor
he
himself.
cares.
But I mean, you get Slaughter just dropping on him, Dazzle dropping on him. They can burst him down pretty quickly. And
think he
I mean,
cares.
once he gets BKB, he just runs over them.
I don't think he cares. Like, this Wyvern's gonna save him. Like,
Oh!
what is going on? I don't. They did the same thing with his supports again, man. Like, this is such a like Dazzle plus Sky supports.
It's very burst heavy. If you look at it, they've got quite a bit of like stun utilization. They've got a lot of jump. They've got a lot of magic damage to deal with it. It's very bursty. But like I said, BKB. If you get that Terrorblade just farmed up enough with BKB, he's gonna run over people.
They can now like just give Adastam this tiny and he'll kill Dazzle and Scarlet Mage the entire game. Like, Zeus presses R and tiny kills. So, and I do think it's gonna go mid now because that's also why they banned the Timbersaw. He'll lane fine against this Lina. She won't be able to bully him that hectically. And they can now pick Soup's hero, which they definitely lacking at the moment. Like, what they can do Mars, it lanes fine against this Phantom Assassin. I've seen them play Legion. I don't think it's necessarily a really good Legion game because there's Dazzle and Scarlet Mage. Lina is hard. What is Soup going to play here?
I would like to throw. We'll see.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay, so what are these lanes? Mid, offlane task.
Mid Zeus.
Mid Zeus. Okay, they want Toxic on this active roam around the map role. Because otherwise it would have been Adastam on the tiny middle and then Toxic on the Tusk, which makes it a bit weird. So, I like it. It's safe from the Scarlet Mage ulti. It's safe from the stun initiation, and Tuskar core. I'm a fan. Like,
All right. So before we get into the game, predictions. Who do you think is taking this?
I don't like ZIZ's supports duo again. So it's if you look at what Benchwarmers can do on the map, they've got Toxic on the Tiny plus Soup. Like, those two heroes alone can cause so much chaos, and Zeus can just like drop an ult. So it's very similar to their first game. They've got the stunning pos 4, they've got the saving pos 5, and then Soup and Adastam will just cause chaos while Deppy farms. I don't like ZIZ's supports duo. Like, it's and they picked this Terrorblade because there's a slaughter on the table. I think Benchwarmers has got this one in the bag because of the draft alone.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. You mentioned those supports. I can see the draft and I can see their vision. I just think they're gonna get got on again like they were in game 1. And hey, we could be wrong. They could turn around and do it.
If you get jumped and the enemy team is a Scarlet Mage, it's pretty scary because you're gonna take 1,000 damage in like 2 seconds. But if you're playing as the aggressors, you're kind of going, where's that Scarlet Mage? I'm gonna kill him in 2 shots. Like, he's just food. And the problem with this is the other support is a Dazzle, which, yeah, Grave is an issue. But you're not scared of Dazzle's damage output, so you can just jump Dazzle, kill him, or jump the Scarlet Mage and kill him. It's just, I wish they would have a bit more grunt on this and like their supports. Like for instance, this Tiny, the previous game, the Earthshaker, it's just too squishy of a support duo, and I don't necessarily think their frontline is as strong as it was the last game. The last game they had Tatsu on the Batrider with a super early BKB, and they had Timbersaw, which is kind of a beefy boy. So their shields were a little bit more like stronger or intact. Where this game, Lino doesn't want to be in the front. Slaughter wants to kind of jump one target, and this Phantom Assassin also doesn't want to full on commit. She wants to pick and choose her targets. So I feel for Spooked on the Slaughter. Like, he's going to play that role of, hey, I'm going to catch this person, and we're probably going to kill them, but I'm going to die too.
And as we said, that Toxic is just chilling around mid lane. Let's introduce the players on the side of ZIZ. We got Tatsu on the Lina. Oh, action already. The toss back on Guy next door on the Skyrim Mage. He's gonna die. It's first blood already. Oh, it's off to a start. All right. Well, that was the Skywrath Mage. On Guy Next Door, we got spooked already, a little bit spooked by his health. On the Slardar, we've got Leviathan on the Dazzle. And then bottom, we've got Jarek on that PA. And then on the side of Benchwarmers, Toxic on the Tossing Tiny. Soup. So we got a double melee lane going on here on the Tusk. Mid lane, we got Adastam on the Zeus. We've got TKZ on the Winter Wyvern. And then top farming on that Terrorblade, we've got Deppy. Meanwhile, mid, Lina already starting to just show her presence there, just with that range advantage. But I think this is going to be a close game as well. So we got a double melee lane in that off lane for Benchwarmers as TKC is getting got on top on Spook. Are they going to get the Winter Wyvern? She's going through the trees and 170 HP. It's just what? The courier died as well. They got it as well. So Guy Next Door making life just a little bit more difficult for TKZ top. The poor courier.
The problem with this Skywrath Mage pos 4, like look at his item build. Like you're starting the lane with 3 mantles of intelligence. So Arcane Bolt can do more damage. But he's opted to skill Concussive Shot level 1.
Oh my goodness, bot is also man. There's just action going everywhere. Mid is fine. Bot teams are just getting into each other. Just
mid is going to be a farm trade. Like Adastam's just going to nuke the wave. So is Tatsu. But top lane, I guess Spooked and Guy Next Door can make some kills happen with the level when they have a level advantage. But because like Wyvern plus Terrorblade it's a pretty stagnant lane. Like you're going to pop meta and you're going to want to hit creeps. You're not going to kill anyone unless the Tiny makes a rotation.
Tatsu's a little bit low there. Tatsu is definitely a little bit low. Doesn't have the bottle yet. Adastam's got that bottle. He's got quite a bit there, but again,
he's got
the
6
range.
stick charges.
Oh my goodness, the range.
He's fine. He's got 6 stick charges. He's still got a Tango left as well.
And I love the
trading the water
positioning
runes.
of this ward here in mid because it's just outside the range.
top.
Entry. Ooh, top spooked. Oh, he's gone. He's out of there. He just gets gone on, and that's just the power of the Terrorblade Wyvern.
The lane I said there wasn't going to be a kill.
Yeah, it was. It's funny enough. The lane you said it wasn't, and then look what happened.
Thanks, Dippy. Thanks, man.
Hey, man, casters, we got to be humble every now and then, you know. Meanwhile, bottom, Leviathan is pulling that lane, and then Tiny and Tusk just helping themselves out to some creep wave there. So, but I mean,
if Mr. Observer could just click on the Terrorblade quickly, look at Dippy's skill build, and I really like this a lot. Like he went 1-1-1, and the reason for this is the only real way that he dies on this lane is if he gets hit by the concussive shot, the slow, and Slardar can run at him and like actually get on top of him with a stun. So now he's just counteracting the slow with his own slow. So he has a chance to run away.
Leviathan in a little bit of trouble here with the tag team. Is he going to get off the heel? He doesn't have the shallow grab and he just goes down. He actually goes down to the creep. So well done to the dire creep there. And they're just harassing Jarek. But Tiny and Tusk, what a dangerous combo that is. That's just asking. Top lane, as you said, they were going on Deppy there. Quite a bit of damage. There's the conjure image. Are they going to turn around on Spook? He's going to get got on. There's the stick charges. Is he going to make it out? The stun again from Slardar. He's out of there. And remember you said he was going to do that? And they're going to go for TKZ as well. Is he going to go down? There's the spam. He misses the stun. It doesn't matter. The stun was for show. The stun was for show. Just to assert dominance.
Okay, so this top lane, they salvaged it now with those 2 kills. Oh, Toxic took the water rune away from Tatsu middle. Toxic rotated for the water rune. He grabbed it, and Adastam got the top one. Like this is really big because that means this Lina doesn't have a full bottle and she's completely out of region. Like Adastam is just gonna keep spamming her now because he knows there's no
getting gone on. He goes into the snowball. They're gonna go after Leviathan again. He's gonna get stunned again. Is he gonna make it this time? He still didn't skill Shallow Grave. Soup in trouble, but the sick charges, they get the Dazzle again. Dazzle just getting got on, and this is what you said. Oh, the courier. Oh, the poor chicken. Cluck away, my friend. Cluck.
Sorry, he had to do what away?
Oh,
you said cluck. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I heard something.
cluck
I
away, my
heard
friend.
something
Cluck.
different. I just making sure you said cluck. Okay, this is a.
Yeah, no. I said cluck. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Oh no. Oh man, you hate to see it. Is the thing, you know, Your courier is just having an absolute fun time. Oh, mid. Oh, Tatsu is, oh my word. The Zeus aren't expended for that, but Tatsu just making it out. Slightly alive there. Toxic, he's trying to run, but he's not going to get that. Top lane again. Spook being spooked down, but he should be able to get out of there with the Guardian Sprint, so he should be perfectly fine. Man alive, we're getting action all over the place again. Oh,
Toxic is starting to, like, the map is starting to get a bit more open for Toxic. Like, Soup feels pretty fine on this lane. Like, he's got a full Wonder Bracer, like 1000 HP. Oh, look at him, he's
oh
fighting.
no, Regen, Jarek in trouble. The courier goes down for Jarek as well, and that did have his band of Elven Skin. So that's going to be a little bit of problematic, Toxic. He's getting hit down. Are they actually going to chase for this? Are they going to chase for this? In comes Soup again. The toss back, and down goes the PA. And I think Leviathan is going to meet the same fate. Oh man, the Greedo, you don't want to see that. And I think Leviathan double kill on Soup. Oh my word, this toss is going to run away.
I love those little toss into double stun combos. Like, it's just so good to see. Like, Toxic just making a little cheeky play there. You can see Jarek was like trying to not get stunned. Like, he was trying to like stay away and get the heal going, and just that double. And Toxic's going middle. It's just to secure the runes. Is it to secure the runes? No.
Is it to secure rune? It's to secure rune, I think.
No, the runes will respawn. They spawn at 6.
Spooked his health is not in the best position, and I mean if you look at the last hits and denies, Spook 16-4 versus 31 or 32 and 14 of the Terrorblade. Yeah, this top lane is just getting dominated, absolutely dominated. And
they
then
start
PA,
once, but it's like now
top lane, Spook is going for it, they're diving.
Tiny
I just don't think they have enough damage. They don't, and they might just get counter-initiated via Toxic. He's going for it. Oh, guy next door, he's gonna get caught again. Tossed back, Spooked with the stun, the stick charges, Spooked is gonna get got on. Oh, and he goes down, double kill for the Terrorblade. This top lane is just not going well for ZIZ at all. Oh my
You should
god.
have just TP'd, man. The moment they started committing onto the sky there, I think you should have just TP'd out. But he wanted to kill on the Wyvern, and I don't even know if that's worth it. Like, you're giving this Terrorblade an influx of net worth, the tiniest participating in those kills as well. And they're stacking as well. Like, there's a little mini stack in the jungle there. I think Adastam stacked it earlier for himself. And you can also see, like, the skill build on Zeus. Like, max arc lightning, farming build. Like, that's what he's doing. Like, full on farming build. Not a single level of the lightning bolt. And he's got 2 levels of
Mid just getting absolutely like got on with the deep hordes there. It's insane. It's just the presence of Benchwarmers everywhere, and their warding is insane. And you just look at it. PA has now gone mid, and just to try and get some farm. 33-8 versus 36-14 on Soup. This is not fun for the PA.
Is level 7. Like he will hit, like, Walrus Punch will take like 3/4 of this Phantom Assassin's health away. She's got 700 HP in total. Like, Walrus Punch is gonna hit for like 380, and if he puts tag team on, that's even more. Like, it's okay, level 1 tag team, so it's only 20 bonus damage. But, and not just that, like max ice shards, 300 damage nuke. So tag team plus ice shards is gonna, PA is gonna have 100 HP left. She can't be in that lane anymore.
And if you like look at Dazzle's items, he's only got stick and he's got healing self. That's all he has at the moment. And Soup is looking for him. He's gonna miss those ice shards, so not really gonna find anything there. Tatsu's got a bottle up DD rune, and Toxic, he's just gonna look for their top lane though. DKZ getting got on. Is he gonna make it into the trees? He gets silenced. He gets stunned, but I think he's gonna make it. Is he gonna make it? Oh no, he's not gonna make it. Guy next door.
Oh, Soup is here.
Oh no, Soupy's gonna punch him into the oblivion. Is he? Yes, he's gonna send him skyrocketing. Spooked. Is he gonna make it out of there? The tower. He's gonna be fine. No, he's not. Down comes the thunder from the heavens. You can't escape from Zeus's almighty mustache.
Yo. Top 3 net worth in the game at the moment is Benchwarmers. And it's just the difference again, like what we've seen with the sports. Like, Toxic is just running around, like, chucking avalanches. Like, there's so much damage coming out.
Bottom, Tatsu. He's turning on Toxic. Bit off a little bit more than he could chew there. The fiery redhead just taking down the stone giant, turning him into a Stonehenge for her decoration. I think that was a little brave there.
Tatsu's got BTs now. Like he wants to be active on this map. Like he is the person that's gonna have to set the tempo for them. Once he still has ultimate. Like Tatsu's really good at holding his ultis. Like the average player would have dropped it on the Tiny there.
Soup getting gone on here. If they get this kill, it's quite a bit. In comes the TP. Are they going to commit? No, they're not. Counter initiate Leviathan. He's caught between an ice shard and a rock hard place, and he's just going to die. And now Spook is going to die as well. And I think guy next door is going to join him in the afterlife. It's just a beautiful counter initiation, and it's just finished. That's just what they get gone on there, and they just couldn't get Soup. He made it out there in relatively one piece.
But that's like knowing your hero limits. Like you've got Slaughter there, the only person doing physical damage. So his ultimate doesn't do that much in the engagement. So even with the Slaughter minus armor on him, he's got Phase Boot, Soul Ring, and the Bracer. 1700 HP. Like you can see, Soup never hesitated. Like he turned around when the TPs came in, like waited for the Tiny to stun, dropped the snowball for a follow-up stun, the toss came out, and he knew the limits of his hero to what he was playing against. Pinpoint, and he still had a stick as well. So it's just very good plays.
Oh, it's gross. And if you look at the net worth, it's 5k leading for Benchwarmers and just getting huge. And Dota Plus says 75% win rate. How does ZIZ bring this back? Because if you look at the late game, PA and Slaughter and Lina are great, but against Winter Wyvern, Tiny, Terrorblade, and if we get there, but how do they get there, Mr. Not.a.hero? How?
All their towers are still up, and that's a big bonus because that means Jarek can make these rotations how he's farming now between this mid lane and the jungle, because it's still pretty hard to invade. And
you were talking about their towers. It looks like they're going to try and trade bot for top here. Dire doing the little glyph before the thing there. Tusk has the blink, by the way. Super's got a blink.
12 minutes, Soul Ring, Bracer, Phase Boots, full one, and a blink. 6k net. He is massive. Like, he's probably just gonna go shard now. Not shard, he's gonna go Ags. And he's gonna have the tunnel of his life. And look at top, look how long it takes them to take the tower.
In come the TPs, Leviathan, going on Adastam. Beautiful use of the illusion room there. As guy next door gets tossed up in the air. I think Tiny's gonna die here. He does Toxic, does meet a Toxic, and meanwhile, Soup just shows his punching prowess here. Zeus drops the ult. Is Soup gonna make it? He is. Lina in a big way, in a huge bit of trouble. Dazzle dropping the Shallow Grave to save the Lina, and they turn around on Soup, but Soup gets the Ice Shard, dropping down the Lina, making sure that her fiery red head is turned out. They might counter initiate here. The stun! The blink, the stun isn't enough! Oh, the creeps, they get Soup, and it just doesn't go to the heroes they needed. The creeps, the heroes of the story. And Spook getting gone on again. Adastam, he's still going! Are they gonna kill Spook? No, they're not! And I think that's gonna stop the initiation. If Adastam had more mana there, I think Spook dies in the end there. So at the end of the day, I think it's a 2-for-1 there.
They're losing the mid tower though.
Oh, and the tower goes down terribly.
Like he wasn't even in that engagement. And Soup had the option after the snowball there to blink away, but the man is hungry. Like he wants to eat tonight.
Oh man, and look, I think the only win that they get out of there for ZIZ is that they get the Tusk down. But again, the creeps did it. It didn't go to the hero that was needed, like the PA or the Slaughter that need the gold at the moment. Sure, it was like 500 gold, but he's still queuing for his blink dagger. Is Slaughter. PA, she's going for that.
And Super's gonna have a sub 20-minute Ags if he keeps farming at this rate.
Oh, shit.
And like I don't know if you've watched Yopaj from SEA play Tusk mid.
So
the man just
Tatsu blink punched into the just Tatsu seeing more airtime than a lot of other people see flight time to any other country other than ours. Oh my gosh, there was so much airtime there.
And it's gonna be even more because, like I said, like how they do it now is they blink on top of a target, snowball, hold the snowball, and because you can kick someone while the snowball is rolling, you don't have to proc it. So you blink and snowball the target, then kick him away, and then your snowball follows them. So people are gonna be in the air for a very long time because he's going to kick them towards Toxic on his Tiny every single time, and people are gonna get thrown around this map like it's no one's business. So. Soup is having a massive game. This like
He is. He's
so good.
he's currently sitting second on that net with
But I wanna give the
over
props to-
and
I wanna
above
give-
Belina.
I want to give props to Toxic though. Like he's made the right rotations in the right spots. So Benchwarmers is
Speaking
looking
of
pretty
rotating,
bad.
mid again punched, and I think there's going to be more airtime going on here.
good
Silence from Guy Next Door, and they are actually going to get Leviathan out. Beautiful silence there from Guy Next Door, just
That
making
silence
sure
saved him.
Tiny cannot, Tiny grounded.
Yeah, if Tiny had the avalanche there, like that was a kill, 100%. The silence
Immediately.
was, like Guy Next Door just yes, 3 null tallies. I don't like this at all. Like I'm gonna say it openly. Like this is such, and he's going straight Rod of ASOS as a pos 4, and I understand that he's trying to kill people, but it's not gonna work. Like they need something to be able to play. Like then go the Rod first. 3 null tallies is 1,500 gold. It's not insignificant. So
Smoke in bottom jungle, in the Radiant jungle. It looks
who's
like they
leading
are
it?
going to try and get
Super's
Tatsu.
leading it.
He is in range. Oh my word, is it? Oh no, Tatsu. Snuffed out. Adastam is just going to drop the Zeus ulti to kill Secure over there. And this is running away. ZIZ, I don't think, have the answers to this. They are
don't have the
trying to get
tools.
their PA to farm, but what do you do?
They do not have the tools. Like the Slaughter, he's got his Blink Dagger now, but like what do you play off of it? I guess you can do like crushes into Skyrim Mage ulti. But if Soup's in position, like he's so farmed, he's going to save someone with the snowball. And I don't even think they kill him with the combo. So Lina needs this BKB like badly. And because Soup's damage isn't enough to kill her, but it's the follow-up magic damage that's coming out. But there's no other timings that are linking up with Lina's BKB coming up. Like PA still can't farm yet, and I don't know. It's Sky's 3 null tallies on him. Like I don't know how they smoke. They want to use the Blink Dagger on the Slaughter, but who are they gonna try and find? If they find Adastam, they can probably kill him. But he's got an Invis room bottle.
Does have an Invis, but in my experience, if they can catch him, he shouldn't have the time to pop that Invis. But they're not going to find him. They instead go a little bit north, and they're not going to find him.
It's a weird spot. Like at this stage of the game, the cause of Benchwarmers shouldn't be farming where they smoke towards. Like Deppy is going to be bottom, like which he is. Like this bot tower is down, the mid tower is down, so he's going to be playing his triangle and this bottom area of the map, and Adastam will be like kind of on these small camps in mid lane. And they've kind of like wasted the smoke. Like they wanted to reveal this Blink Dagger, and it just hasn't paid off. And Benchwarmers fully controlling this map now. Like they're playing exactly where they want to play. And if they catch TKC here, it's fine. Like that's the pos 5. That's the pos 5. He found them. Like his job is done. His cores are farming. You can immediately see what Benchwarmers do. Like the positioning of the heroes instantly changed. The Tiny's running middle. This bot lane's pushing into the tower. It's hitting there already. So they're trying to get a trade.
Tower is under attack.
And like you said, they just got so much map presence. They are going to try and sneak a rush in here, but there is a ward right up on this hill over here, and they are going to see this coming.
They
So
can do it quite quick.
Benchwarmers, they're doing it quite fast. Remember when we said that a whole bunch of minus armor while Rush is just going to melt. It's like Rush doesn't
That
even
is
have
huge.
armor. He's naked.
That's such a good play. Like that's the window. Like that's the window.
In they go. Soup link back goes directly on the Swoop.
Bang! That's one
Swoop.
off.
And oh my god! The Winter's Curse, and it's terrible. It's 4. It's gonna be 5. Oh my word! It was 1 Winter's Curse. It was 1 Winter's Curse. Soup just making the plays. He just made a ZIZ Soup out of everybody with a little bit of Winter's Curse seasoning, if you please.
Someone needs to like phone the police because that was full on slaughter.
Radiant's
That was
middle tower is
abuse.
under attack.
That was so good to see.
And it's just from the scout from Adastam, like he drops
5
the wrath.
man Winter's Curse. Dude, that tiny avalanche. Terrorblade dropped the reflection. Zeus just presses ulti. Like
Radiant's middle
that
tower
was.
So
it was such a
I
good
must
play,
ask the
man.
question again. I must ask the question again. How do ZIZ get back in this game?
No, they
after
made the
just-
play. They made the play. That roast play was perfect. But then instead of like disengaging and resetting off of it, they were like, oh well, we have ages. Like let's try and like catch this guy. And TKC just like wrecked them with one button. He pressed off. Like Tatsu Tatsu had a full BKB there. He couldn't even get it off. He was Winter Wyvern ulted and he died. So...
The guy next door is level 9, and oh my goodness, what a kickback on Spook, and they are going to drop the alpha. That's a huge whiff from guy next door, and oh, Tiny in the background. He drops the avalanche. Nothing much coming out of that. The Shallow Grave is dropped over onto the Skyrat Mage, and I think they're gonna. Oh my word! They're gonna catch Adastam. No, they are not. They haven't jumped in this thing. Witness curse turned around on Tatsu. Meanwhile, Soup just making a Soup out of the Skyrat Mage.
Couldn't get his
with a
BKB
little
off
bit of
again.
chicken, and oh my gosh, it's again. Oh my gosh, 4 for nothing.
Tatsu has not been able to use his BKB. Like, TKC is just like, nope, you're not playing Dota today, my friend.
Soup has
Derek
just, he
needs
ran
to-
away with this game.
Derek needs to change this build though. Like, he cannot go Deso.
Oh no. Oh, PA toss back. Are they
Look at the
going to
damage.
get Derek here? I think he should be okay. Unless Soup comes around and makes a PA Soup. Oh my gosh. It's, oh my word. It's over. It's over 9,000. His punches are just too strong.
I love this Axe build so much. It's so memey, but it's so great. Soup's gonna hunt. Like, he's gonna find someone.
Oh my word. He's hunting again. Skyrat. I have no words. It's just, it was the problem that you said that their support just can't do anything. Now Tatsu again, he's just getting stared and delivered, and oh my gosh! Soup with the save on the Terrorblade, and he still has the Sunder, and he's gonna Sunder Soup as well! Soup! Is Soup gonna make it? Is Soup gonna make it? Is the Tower's gonna claim it? The Tower's gonna claim it! You did this, Deppy! You did this! And there we go, there's the disconnection! It's the rage! You raged! He raged! He was doing so well!
We like, Soup and them has been so active on this map, but like, look how huge this TV is. It's 21 minutes in, full Scotty, Yasha, Dragon Lance, Treads. He's got the Manta recipe in the backpack already, so like he's gonna have full Manta as well in like the next 2 minutes, even maybe like after this set of racks. Like Benchwarmers, like day and night difference game 1 and 2. But as well, like they kind of exploited the draft again. Like, what has Skyrath Mage plus Dazzle achieved this game? It doesn't help you grave someone and they just die afterwards anyway. You need like follow-up abilities to turn the fight for your team. And like Toxic on this Tiny has looked so sharp, and TKC on the Winter Island. Both their heroes having massive impact. We're not seeing that from Dazzle and Skyrath Mage. Like, the heroes just don't function that way.
It's like you say, Benchwarmers, their supports did the work. You know, they got where they needed to, they did what they needed to, and the problem for ZIZ is they just don't have what they need. Yeah, now they've got the blink on Slaughter. He still doesn't have BKB, so he cannot stand and fight. He's level 11, 22 minutes in. Your position, I want to say 2 or 3. Oh my word. PA, they're going on Adastam. This is consolation prize. They did get the big kill. That is 600, and there goes the tip. There goes the tip. That's 600. That's much closer than what they were. Big kill.
Yeah,
But is it enough?
it still looks like Jarek is going for this there, so I understand that he wants to scale, but like Battle Fury Deso, like, oh, spooked. They're trying to force it now. They need to kind of just like take their picks. They're still running at this Wyvern, and Super's gonna destroy the backlines.
How do you come back from this? It's your
need to
support.
delay.
Everyone is under leveled. Dazzle is about to get got on here. He just gets sucker punched into the air, and he just gets destroyed. He gets rolled over. In comes Slardar. He gets kicked all the way. Doesn't get the stun off, and Tatsu he just can't set up for
Here comes the
for
big
what
bad
he needs.
Terrorblade.
And here comes big old beefy Terrorblade. Tatsu's in trouble. Everyone is in trouble. Spook is gonna get rolled on by the Tusk. He's just gonna get got on here. In the meantime, Tatsu is also in trouble. Oh my word! And again, Skyrath Mage gone. The Winter's Curse dropped for Tatsu, but it's just, oh my word! It's again 4 people.
Like, I don't know. Like,
So before we
they-
continue here, it seems like our bot broke a little bit. in chat, so we're not going to be able to do the giveaway amongst all this madness. But the next stream, there will be 2 giveaways, okay? 2! Much like Zeus was dropping all the double thunders on everyone, there's going to be 2 giveaways, alright? 2 giveaways. I'll be excited about the 2 giveaways as much as we're excited for just, like, going in very deep. And he's just gonna get out. Is he gonna get out though? He's not gonna get out. Way too deep. Super's gonna kick the PA just to say, oh well, you're not gonna get me.
Dazzle gets the kill because of the kick.
Dazzle gets the kill. Well, you know, Dazzle carry for the win, man. Dazzle carry for the win. I respect it.
That caused Jarek to get 180 gold instead of 500 gold. Okay, yeah, and he went for the BKB. Okay, cool. Like, he just had all of them queued up, but he went for the BKB. He didn't go to this.
They're looking. They're looking. They seem to be smart. I don't know if they're going to go up on the high ground. They are looking. They are seeing Toxic. Are they seeing Toxic, though? I think they're just going to backtrack here. So, Smoke not really doing what they need to. They might still catch out Toxic down here, but he's also working towards Agnes Victor. Okay. Skywrath dropping the silence, dropping what needs. He misses!
What is Spook breaking into trees?
Oh, my goodness, no. Oh, Toxic. Toxic's gonna make
why
it.
Are they
I think.
Toxic? What's going on?
What? Spook! Toxic! There we go. There's the stun. Do they have enough damage? Is Toxic gonna get it? Yeah. There goes Toxic. But that's a killing spree. God, that was a little bit of madness going on there.
What happened? Like, guy next door went on the Tiny. Spook was like, "No, I'm getting out of here." Blinks into the trees, and then Tatsu like just ignores Tiny while he runs into the tree line. Jarek is taking a lot of damage. Jarek is taking so much damage. He's gonna get caught here.
Oh boy. There's the BKB pop immediately with the Winter's Curse on Jarek, and he's just gonna have to run. It's a BKB run out, but is it gonna be enough? In comes Tatsu. They are gonna get the stun. Mega stun on Adastam. He just melts away. But here comes Soap with the massive hit, and I think he's gonna go down for his sins. Tatsu's just getting absolutely destroyed by the Terrorblade, and he's just gonna inverse, try and get out of there. Is it gonna be enough? I think he's gonna make it, but oh my goodness, a 3-for-1 or 2-for-1 in that exchange. And yeah,
that was big.
It's starting to turn.
It's
A little bit, not enough.
It's a 1,800 gold swing. They did lose their Phantom Assassin for it, but Deppy is untouched, man. If he's in these fights, I don't think it goes that way. Like, he's so massive, and like he's 1,000 gold away from his MKB. Nah, not like they even need at this stage.
Like they get a lot there, but again they lose their position 1 PA, and she has to make it in these fights. She's getting close to that Deso, but I just don't think it's enough. She needs sustain. I'm thinking like a Satanic, if she can get it off, will help her live more in these fights than getting more minus armor than they need. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like a Satanic will make
you're 100% correct, but they have like,
a little bit more.
You're 100% correct, but they have this Dazzle like to kind of save, but it's such a hard Dazzle game. Like, Zeus drops 3 spells in a team fight, and then you kind of have to decide like who am I graving? It's a rough
he's got the E-Blade as well, does Adastam, so he just melts your face. He does. By the way, you do realize that only one tier 1 on the side of Benchwarmers has fallen.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not over. Like, it's 16k at this stage of the game. It's not insignificant. It's still a hard road.
Oh boy, Smoke on the high ground. Leviathan is just gone, and down goes the guy next door again. Super's just having the time of his life. Oh, and he just thinks Jarek is gone as well. It's gone. What do they do? Winter's Curse dropped on Spooked again, and he gets caught. Super's gonna come for Rocky round 5. Wham! A jam. He's just gone. It's 4 down, and it looks like Tatsu is just trying to just survive and get out of here, but here comes Adastam again. Are they going to get the team wipe? Is it going to happen? Tatsu is going to try and get out. He's just swirly-whirly into the trees, trying to hope. If you can't see me, I can't see you, but he's going to get got on. It's going to be, is he going to make it out? No, it's not. It's a full team wipe, and again, look at Toxic. He's just in the base. What do they do? I think it's going to be over here.
No buybacks. No buybacks at all.
Got nothing, man.
Just 50 seconds. Are they backing away? Like, I don't think they have to, but level 18 on this Tiny. Like, he's the same level as the PA.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's just like, I don't know. Like, the ZIZ looked so good for stages of this game. I just don't think they draft allowed them to fully play this game. Like they need to like reevaluate they like their mini hero combos. Like what are we playing with each other? They went for this minus armor strat, but then they dropped the Skywrath Mage into the mix. Where like Lina has got enough like magical damage and stuff. Sky doesn't really give you wave clear. I don't know. Like if you want to do like minus armor plus magic on a support, like why don't you just do like snap fire plus slaughter lane? Like cool double stuns. This new
Casual rush for Deppy. I mean, at this point, Not.a.hero. Is there any hope for ZIZ to come back into this?
Tower is under attack.
No.
Yeah, tell me how you really feel, sir.
Like, no, there is not. If they had like a big spell, like you know, like the once if you have Enigma, the game's never over, or if you have Magnus, the game's never over. But they don't have that big spell. Like there's no Winter's Curse, there's no like kickbacks from them, like or tossbacks like the Tiny has. If you have those heroes, like you can always make like little cutesy plays. Like let's get a pick off on a core. We might sacrifice a support Tiny or someone like that, but like you can always kind of like make a play. But they just don't have those heroes. Like Slaughter plus Skywrath Mage at this stage doesn't do anything. And Sky went for this Rod of Atos. Like Slaughter is your setup. Like this Rod is pretty redundant, especially Terrorblade has Manta. Zeus has got the Heavenly Jump. Tuska's a Snowball
Soup
plus
is looking,
BKB.
and he's gonna find. He gets the kick. Oh, and it's a Skywrath Mage Soup with a little bit. Oh, and he's gonna BKB. He's gonna look for more. He's looking for the I5. He's looking for the I5, but I don't think they're gonna. Okay. Oh, they're gonna leave him hanging. Oh, so strong. My word.
He's playing so well. Like it's
How do you combat this? Like oh, here we go, Tiny. Jumped in, not getting the stun, buyback from the Skywrath Mage, not gonna go, in goes Soup again with the kick, outside field, and oh goodness. It's like the Springbok rugby game, he's just gonna get him through the poles. Looks like Deppy, his ancient might expire, it's not gonna expire! He gets the Sunder onto Adastam, down goes the Lina, and I think this is gonna be over. And oh word, oh no, the song goes, oh no, it's gonna be a full team wipe. Soup Deppy and his GG called by ZIZ. Benchwarmers taking it 2-0. It's horrible. You hate to see it, man.
okay, man. I don't know what you're talking about. That was like such crisp execution. Like it was Benchwarmers. First game, ZIZ really good on the back of like a Tatsu Batrider performance of the century. The second game, they just didn't have that. They didn't have that hero that was causing the chaos. Slaughter is good, but you need other heroes to like be able to play with them, and they just didn't have it this game. It was Benchwarmers.
We just need to know that Unique wasn't there, so they weren't playing with their full roster either.
Maybe that's the thing. Like maybe like Unique is that secondary playmaker for them, which they really needed. Like Tatsu tried to like hard out from that Batrider, but they needed the secondary playmaker. Like Timbersaw does a lot of damage, but he's not the hero. In the second game, Slaughter was the playmaker, but there was no follow-up, man. Like crashes into a Sky ulti, like you blow everything onto a target, and then Benchwarmers just goes, okay, well, they've used Sky ulti. What are we scared of now? Like you're gonna get crashed again, maybe by Slaughter. Lina might follow up with the stun, but there was nothing to be scared of, and they just used the map effectively. Like Soup played this so in their face. This Tusk offlane pick was so much fun to see. I loved it.
Man, that was insane. Oh, what a couple of Dota games. That was Benchwarmers move on. Man, ZIZ had good moments, but at the end of the day, Benchwarmers just proved they outdrafted, they outplayed. Man, final thoughts, Mr. Not.a.hero. Thank you so much for joining, letting me join you on the cast. I don't know if it's going to happen again, but what are your final thoughts on these two teams, and what do you want to see from ZIZ?
Well, so ZIZ is dropping down to the lower bracket now, and the thing is they've had a hot run. Like they've had good moments. Like we saw them like knock Duck down, and Duck was an invitee. Like I know Duck's roster had a bit of a shuffle, and ZIZ looked really strong. And I kind of think they just need to like relook at how they approach that drafting phase, because we know they like this Beastmaster. I don't know if they still like it, but in the past they really liked the Beastmaster. First game it was banned in the first phase, but the second game it wasn't, and then they opted for Dazzle plus Lina, which is a weird opener. Like I get the Dazzle, the hero scene, like a rise in popularity, it's really strong, but this Lina pick wasn't going to be banned. Maybe it was. I don't think it would have been. So like do what like Benchwarmers did the first game. Like do Razor plus Dazzle if you want to keep flexibility, or just then pick this Beastmaster that we know they run, and they just didn't do it. They went Dazzle plus Lina, Beastmaster got banned. They ended up picking the Slardar without knowing what Benchwarmers carry was. And what does an experienced Dota team do? They picked the hero with one of the highest starting armors in the game, in Terrorblade. Yeah, he went down like once or twice in the laning phase, but once, like Deppy died once, and it was that one little early kill. And after that, he had a free lane, he had free farm. Deppy 8, 1 and 14 compared to like Jerex 0, 6 and 3. Jerex just couldn't play Dota because there wasn't space created for him. Like the first game was different, but then he was on a hero like Tiny. We mentioned in the first game, Bloodseeker could always join the team fights. This Tiny always just felt like he needed another item. So they just need to kind of like the stages of their drafting. I know obviously like Lina is a comfort pick for Tatsu. The Batrider was as well. The Batrider looked really great, but then you comboed it with Tiny Carry, and the second game, the duo of Lina Dazzle, Scarlet Mage, and Phantom Assassin. None of these heroes get above like 1,500 HP until like after 20-25 minutes, and you're playing into Tiny, Tuskar, and Zeus. So we saw that Roche fight. Like let's talk about that Roche fight, Rusty. Like full 5-man Winter's Curse into an Avalanche. Zeus presses ulti, and there's no more heroes left. Deppy was still trying to throw a right click in there. I don't even think he got one off.
No, he didn't. I mean, you look at that Rush fight. How they start is they melt Rush completely, do ZIZ, and then all of a sudden Adastam drops the ult to make sure that he scouts it out, and then it's a Winter's Curse, Soup just taking care of everybody, Tarantino, and then TKZ's Winter's Curse, and then you just get a whole team wipe, Aegis gone, and your main carry gone for nothing lost. Now, it was a good play, but like you said, if they had disengaged, gotten out of there, it would have been easy. But I think they got wrapped around, and they were just not prepared. They were not prepared for the counterplay, and
they didn't have the heroes for it. Like, yeah, like
No.
this poor Dazzle like never got a chance to grave the Phantom Assassin, because at that stage he's already dead, or he has to drop it onto like Tatsu in the fights. It just wasn't like I saw a lot of skill from this team. And like they're doing really well, but I think they drafted themselves into a corner tonight against a very, very experienced Dota 2 team. And I want to say well played to Benchwarmers, because they thoroughly deserve this upper bracket run. They're moving on to the next round of the upper bracket, because this has to go fight in the trenches in that lower bracket.
well, thank you, Mr. Not.a.hero, for the cast. It was an absolute honor to join you in this one time. I think it's going to be a one-time cast, but thank you everybody so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this round of the upper bracket semifinals of the EGL 1 Season 3 Dota 2 South Africa tournament, and we thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next game. Until then, please take care of yourselves, and remember, Dota 2 for life, baby.